You're not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe this.
You watch Morbius?
No, fucking no. What the hell are you talking about? Come on, man.
I would have never believed that.
I'm a Venom man.
It is
I'm not
April
into vampires. I'm into alien symbiotes with Tom Hardy.
That's fair.
That's what I'm into. No,
that's your 90s fetish.
I was gonna say you're never gonna believe it, but I'm super fucking tired today.
Oh no, I believe that.
Because I made the mistake last night of I kind of got all the stuff done. Like Amanda and I recorded a whole bunch of episodes of Kirby that's coming out next week, and I got the podcast all ready to go. And it was like, all right, I got like 90 minutes before I really need to go to bed. I'm gonna load up Weird West on Game Pass just real fast. Like a fucking fool, like a fucking idiot.
That's why I haven't started Weird West.
I've been doing this job for almost 10 years, like at Rage Select. I mean, if you combine Rage Select and Loading Bar, it's been at least a decade.
No.
And I knew that was a bad idea before I started doing any of that. Like, I knew this was a bad idea when I was in my 20s, and still, here I am just straight up lying to myself, like, nah, it'll be cool. I'll just play for like 20 minutes, and then I'll go to bed.
To see how it is, and then I'll play it when I have time.
Yeah, I'm just going to check it out. See what happens. And, yeah. So, but we got a big old spicy bowl of news doles.
It's been an interesting news week, actually.
There's a lot going on this week, and it's all over the place. It's all different. It's
good, bad, ugly,
a little bit of it is a bummer. It's a little bit of a bummer week. There's a lot of kind of crappy news in here, but, that's why you tune in. Tired Jeff, crappy news.
Yeah.
Rage Select podcast. I'm crappy tired Jeff.
And I'm Mike.
Michael is awake.
I'm only awake because I accidentally took a 7-hour nap yesterday. Because I was so tired from yesterday's work. I was like, I'm gonna take a nap because we were supposed to do this thing at work for it was not really a meet and greet so much as it's like hang out with each other for like an hour. And I was like,
team building.
They were gonna pay for like whatever you'd ordered for your own food kind of thing. So I was like, I can get a free meal out of this.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'll take a quick nap because it was really a hard day yesterday. And I woke up at 11:30 at night. And I was like, fuck.
Well, that's always a good question about what happens when you do that. It's just like, I mean, if I go back to sleep, I'm just going to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
but if I stay up until like 4, I'm going to be real tired. What the fuck do I do now? God damn it.
So what I did was I got up so I could take my dog out because my dog had been out since like noon that day.
Right.
Because I was the one I took my lunch basically. And he was fussy once he realized I was awake.
Yeah.
He's like, let's go outside. And so I took him outside, and then I couldn't go back to sleep till 2 in the morning. And then I had to wake up at like 5:45.
Good. There you go. That's exactly what I thought. I bet you felt all like discombobulated.
I did.
And weird and stuff.
I was really mad because I was like, well, maybe I could just, play something. But I know if I do, I'm going to be tired because I'll be playing something for 6
keep
hours.
Playing it. Yeah.
Instead of just trying to sleep for 6 hours.
There's a certain point in your life where you're not really able to just be like, all right, fuck it. I guess I'm just going to stay awake.
Yeah.
I'm going to be awake for like 36 hours, and then I'm just going to crash for like all of Saturday. But there comes a point in your life where it's like, no, you're not. You're going to get to like 8 p.m. and you're going to have the exact same fucking problem where you're like, I really want to go to sleep right now.
The last time I was able to do that without any issues, and even then I still had some issues, was when I went to get the Switch for Rage Select.
Oh, there you go.
And I was awake for like almost 30 hours.
Yep.
Kind of thing. And it was brutal. It's brutal. I was hallucinating by the end of the day.
Well, speaking of brutal sleep-induced hallucinations, I watched that Moon Knight this week.
Did?
I did. Did you?
I did.
Okay.
I saw the new one.
I gotta say, I dig it.
I do too.
I dig it.
Its mystery it's hooked me. It's the first show since WandaVision that's hooked me in the first episode as hard as it did.
Yep.
Because even Loki took a couple episodes for me to really get into it.
Sure.
Whereas WandaVision was like the whole mystery of everything that's going on, and just there's so much differentness about it.
Yeah.
Was so like hooking to you. And Moon Knight is very much that, because you're just like him. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I want to.
What I really liked about it was there's these moments in the show where where he kind of like blips out and then he comes back like and stuff has happened.
Yeah.
But what I like about it is that whenever that happens, it's like he blips out for like 15 seconds. like it's such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
It's not like he like the camera does a weird thing and then he like, oh, it's the next day. It's like, oh, the camera does this weird thing and then like all those guys that were here are now dead and I'm just standing here and it's obviously been just like a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
He's like have happened.
Covered in blood and you're like, what the fuck?
But I think I've got two main reasons why I think I like Moon Knight more than just about anything else in quite a while that I've seen from Marvel.
What's that?
One, it has been like 3 months. Like there's actually been a period of time with no fucking Marvel in my face, right?
That's true.
It's not back to back to back shows. And then number two, this is the first show that isn't using previously established characters.
I guess that's true.
All the previous ones were like, oh, here's the extended adventures of Wanda, here's the extended adventures of Bucky and Falcon, and here's Loki, and here's Hawkeye. And like they had new characters, new supporting characters. This is the first time where it's like, oh, this is a brand new character. We don't know anything. You don't need to know anything.
Yeah.
It's a big mystery, just like what the fuck is even going on here? And like the one thing that I'll give credit to some of the previous MCU stuff is that the MCU has opened up to the point where there's now like, I mean, like, just full-on magic exists.
Yes,
but
magic
then
is a
also
thing.
Asgardian super tech exists that might as well be magic.
Yeah.
And also there's alternate dimensions full of time variance authorities. So it's like, what's going on? It could be anything. It could literally be anything happening. It could be that like the main guy is a time duplicate now that the timeline is split. It could be that he's full of Asgardian. The Egyptians were actually like the Asgardians with super tech, and he's got like full of weird technology. Could just straight up be magic. Could be anything.
Yeah.
Like,
I love the whole identity disorder thing where he's just like, I'm Stephen Grant or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's a character later on that's just like, what is this fucking accent?
Right.
Because you realize it's like, oh, his personality is doing an accent. Mm-hmm. Because when you hear Mark Spector talk normally, it's just a normal Oscar Isaac's talking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you're like, oh, this is actually kind of a fun idea to have him do that.
I like the fact that he's kind of sad sacky too.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't had a good sad sack protag since, well, when was the last good? Have we had a good? I mean, Spider-Man, it pretends like he's a sad sack, but he's got fucking spider powers.
He was
like,
a sad sack from the first movie, and then after that, he has all Tony Stark shit, so he's not as sad sacky.
He doesn't count. He's got fucking superpowers. And youth. Fuck that motherfucker's youth. Fuck his youth. I know Tom Holland's like 60 or whatever, but like...
Yeah, like I don't really know if any of the other
13.
characters are full-on sad sacks per se.
Jessica Jones is kind of a sad sack.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
she had a good reason. But,
yeah, no, they definitely had a good reason, as well as Luke Cage had a somewhat wasn't really a sad sack.
He just didn't really know what he was doing.
He was just sort of there. Daredevil was covered in Catholic guilt, so it's not really sad sack so much as just religious as fuck.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember the last time that somebody's boss in a Marvel movie was yelling at them,
just being a
shit. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I can't.
You gotta
think of
stay
any.
after work to do inventory, you piece of shit. Like,
in the MCU, I can't think of any of them having normal bosses for the most part.
I don't know. It's good, but it's good. It's just different, right? Like, it's just kind of different. It's different than a lot of the previous stuff. One of the things, I get so fucking turned off by fan service, and there's no fan service to be had. Because,
I'm sure there is, but we don't know anything about New Moon Knight.
Well, that's but there's no fan service for the MCU. There's no dragging in like other MCU
well, at the moment,
stuff.
I'm sure something will come up as they do.
Yeah. Also, Ethan Hawke is weird.
Oh yeah,
he's just a fucking weirdo.
He's a weirdo. Apparently, even Moon Knight fans are like, "That's a super deep cut, random ass villain too."
Yeah.
So no one knows anything about anything at the moment.
Cool.
We're all on an even footing for the first time since Eternals.
Yeah,
but no one cared about Eternals.
Eternals was new characters, but none of them were sad sacks because they were all fucking super crazies.
Well, they're sad, but not in the way that not in the way this guy is.
Oh, I live forever, and I've got superpowers, and I can't connect to the normal people. Oh, geez, I'm an Eternal.
Like I said, sad, but not for the reasons why.
Like, look, man,
Steven is a sad sack.
I'm a sad sack, but like, if I had Spider-Man powers, I'm gonna tell you, Michael, I'd be a lot less sad because even if I didn't have a girlfriend or my job sucked or like people said mean things about me on the internet, I could still fucking like jump around the city doing flips at night. Like,
it seems that you missed the message of Spider-Man, Jeff.
Night flips. That's all I know. Night flips. Like, you know, hey man, we all have uncles who aren't alive anymore.
That's
like,
true.
You know,
but did you cause them to die, Jeff?
No, but you know, eventually you go to the
did
therapist.
Did you murder an uncle, Jeff? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm not going to confirm or deny the status of any of my uncles. Go to a therapist, get a Xanax prescription, do some flips at night. Like, you know, you'll be good. You'll be good. Also, I have a hard time.
He needs a therapist, is what he needs. But he's too broke to afford a therapist.
With all of maybe he can get Dr. Jonathan Morbius to be his therapist.
Jonathan Morbius,
whatever his name is, I don't know.
It's Michael Morbius.
Michael Morbius. Okay,
yeah,
fucking, I don't know.
I know that because
sucks.
I know that because it's my name,
okay.
Not Morbius. My name's not Morbius.
Morbius, the character, he's got fucking red and black Halloween streamers coming off of his arms.
He does.
He's silly. He's a silly one.
He's not that interesting.
Unless he's on the front of a comic book, standing beside Ghost Rider and Blade and fucking I don't know, take your pick.
So I discovered this. It reminds me. I discovered the shirt that I'd never seen before that has Morbius and Venom on it, and it's got this weird slogan. It's got this weird slogan on the back because they're fighting in fire or some shit, and it's got this weird slogan on the back that says, "If you can't handle Morbius, get out of the fire," or some shit on it. And it's a real shirt from like the 90s, apparently.
If you can't handle me at my most Michael Morbius, you don't deserve me at my most Eddie Brock.
Exactly. And I saw that shirt, and I'm like, that shirt is fucking awful.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad whoever owns that still owns that.
Was it sponsored by the Big Dogs? Was it a Big Dogs or like a No Fear shirt?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh my god.
I'd have to find it again. But yeah, it's a real shirt apparently that existed.
All right.
I thought somebody made it until like one of the comments was like, I also have this shirt.
Jesus. All right. Well, we got news to get to, but before we do, real quick, Michael, do you have anything you want to put in the minds of the people of the Rage and the Selects?
Besides Moon Knight, I started Kirby, and I'm still playing Elden Ring, but I played them on Delta 8 because you were talking about it not that long ago.
Uh-huh.
So I went to the place that you told me about.
Yeah.
And I bought
the legal drug den.
I bought the same gummies that you had.
Yeah.
I will preface this that I'm straight-laced as fuck.
Yep.
So I have no chemical like resistance to anything.
I was really surprised that you were telling me you were going to do this because
I wanted to try it.
Like, you know, hey Michael, there's beer everywhere.
Yeah, but beer tastes awful. But
White Claw, you know, cider.
I just don't do any of those things. So I decided I wanted to try this.
Okay.
So I took an entire gummy,
yeah,
which turned out to be a bad idea because even Jeff doesn't take it entire.
Well, those are the 250 milligram.
Well, each gummy is like 25 milligrams or something like that.
Okay, something like that.
Altogether, it's like 250 because there's 10 of them.
Yeah.
And so I took one whole one, and it knocked my ass out.
Yep.
For the whole day.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, I took half of one. It didn't knock my ass out, but made Kirby very enjoyable.
Sure. Oh man, Kirby would be a great game to play.
I then tried Elden Ring on it, and it was a terrible idea. I couldn't dodge to save my life, literally.
Elden Ring is more of an uppers kind of game than a downers kind of game.
I was able to get past the boss though, because the boss was like real easy at that point. Because
which boss?
It was the wolf cave.
Oh,
because I hadn't been to that wolf cave.
Oh, that's for level ones,
which is exactly why it was easy.
Oh my God.
Because I was so fucking like out of my mind, and so this thing was attacking me, doing nothing, and I was just like poke, and then he just fucking exploded basically.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's kind of cool. I also cured that one lady. Or whatever, Millicent.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had the thing.
Gotta get through Millicent's storyline.
But that was what I did this week.
All right. Fair enough.
I'm going to watch Morbius later today, so I'll let you guys know how that goes.
Morbius.
I didn't take a gummy with me, so I'm watching Morbius sober, which is probably a bad idea, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I have to drive, so.
It's a bad idea. Well, speaking of bad ideas, it's not a bad idea to try and compete with Xbox Game Pass, apparently.
No, it's not a terrible idea.
So, okay, after years and years and months of teaser reason, this week PlayStation, not Netflix, PlayStation came out and
NetStation
said, hey, we're revamping PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now into this new service that's going to be kind of like Game Pass. Kind of.
Sort of.
It's called PlayStation Plus Essential, and it's divided up. Okay, so it's Sony, right? So it couldn't be easy.
Oh, it's fucking annoying as shit.
They've divided it up into 3 different packages. And here is the point where I will describe them. PlayStation Plus Essential. $10 monthly, $25 quarterly, $60 a year. It's basically kind of what you've got right now.
Yeah.
Gives you the PlayStation Plus, the 2 monthly downloadable games, the discount, cloud storage, online multiplayer, the same. It's basically Xbox Gold, right?
It's just normal PlayStation Plus.
What PlayStation Plus was.
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus Extra, which is $15 a month, $40 a quarter, $100 a year. All the same stuff. Back catalog of between up to 400 PS4 and PS5 games, including PlayStation Studio stuff and third-party partners, and then you can download that stuff. Basically, this is kind of like this is canonizing the PS4. Because PS Now started adding PS4 games, and then you could download those games instead of streaming them. And I feel like it's taking that plus some older PS5 games and rolling them into like the part of Game Pass where you get older games, not day one games, but you just get like, this game that came out last year. The Yakuza 6 is now on Game Pass, that kind of thing. And then at the top of the list, you have PlayStation Plus Premium, which is everything from the previous ones, and then 340 additional games, including PS3 games available via cloud streaming, and PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and PSP games. The trick here is that the PS3 games are still only going to be streaming. The PS2, PS1, and PSP games and PS4 games, and I think even some of the newer ones, are going to also be available to stream or to download.
Yeah.
So you can stream them or you can download them. It's like, why the fuck would you want? I have kick-ass internet, and I've tried all those services, and they're all just like, okay. Like
PlayStation Now, I tried PlayStation Now's a few times, and it was never... It was
okay.
It was one of the worst ones, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was so fucking laggy on your controls, but I had slightly worse internet at the time. I haven't tried it since then.
I've tried it with the kick-ass internet. It's okay. It's okay. Not preferable. Like if there was an option to download, if you had really kick-ass internet and you want to play a PlayStation 2 game and you could download it, you'd be like, well, fucking download it.
Yeah. Also have a 2 terabyte hard drive at the moment, so yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. And so those are the 3 things. Okay. Let me do some stuff here. First half of 2022, it's going to be the new service will roll on the PS4 and PS5 first half of 2022. Asia in June, and the US and Europe after that. Some of the PS5 games that are going to be on it when it launches are PS4 games. Some of the Sony games that are going to be on it: Death Stranding, God of War, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Mortal Kombat 11. That's not a Sony game, and Returnal. And that's kind of it. The big thing here is that they're not going to be doing the thing that Microsoft does, where you get Sony first-party games on day one on this service.
Yeah.
It is like the CEO, what's his face, Jim something.
I actually don't regret another guy's
Jim
name
Ryan.
anymore.
PlayStation CEO Jim Ryan.
2 first names. You can never trust that man.
He makes a relatively decent point, which is, I mean, I'll be honest here, like, up until Microsoft started buying out other game developers, Microsoft's first-party offerings were kind of thin.
Oh, they're garbage.
Like,
for the most part. I don't at me, guys. They were fucking garbage.
Like, Halo, Gears, Forza.
That was kind of it.
Sea of Thieves.
And even then, not really. Like it's
Ori and the Blind Forest. Like there was a few.
Even then, those came out on other things. Eventually.
Yeah, there were a few things in there that you could get, but like when it first started, like I was convinced to buy Game Pass because Sea of Thieves was $60, or you could spend $15 a month and get it right now. And I was like, well, why would I spend $60 when I could spend $15 a month? So Sony is basically doing the thing, and I like, you can not at me as well, because I understand why people would be like, what a bummer. I want fucking, Spider-Man 2 and that Wolverine game, and like I want all the first party stuff to be just like day one, and I get it, and I don't have to spend the money. I could just have this subscription service. But Sony is basically saying like they have a really good relationship with their publishers, and the developers that they've got on their studios, and that they don't essentially want to cannibalize those profits by taking away the retail. Which, I mean, to be honest, like, those Sony games sell really good.
Well, that's the thing, is that Sony, unlike Microsoft, can't eat the costs.
Yeah.
Microsoft can eat the costs because they're Microsoft.
Well, that's true. Microsoft, again, we should point out here that, Microsoft's valuations is in like the trillions, I think.
To Microsoft, the Xbox is just their stepbrother who's just asking for money every now and then.
Right.
And they're like, and they don't pay attention to them. They're just like, don't worry about him. He's just, he's doing a side project over there.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And then he comes by and he's like, hey, can I have like $1 trillion to buy like Activision and Bethesda? They're like, yeah, I don't fucking care. Here you go. Like they can spend that kind of money.
Is it billions or is it trillions?
Well, if you bought both, it would be in the trillions kind of thing.
As of April 22nd, Microsoft has a market cap of $2.339 trillion.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, as I was looking at it when I was trying to figure out, like, well, what companies, like, what is Sony worth? What is their operating, like, income? What companies could they buy? And it became clear that it was like, again, this is like when we were talking about Apple and Epic.
Yeah.
And like Epic has a shitload of money, but Apple is Apple. Apple is like it's like a fucking natural, it's like a mountain.
Yeah. They're the dragon. They're the dragon who is hoarding gold.
Right.
And Epic just happens to be the adventurer who has a good chunk of gold.
Right. Like, we start to get into places where the money, I don't know if it makes as much of a dent on your brain.
Yeah.
Because it's the difference between a B and a T. But like the difference between that B and the T is a lot of difference.
Lot.
So
it's so stupidly high, guys.
Yeah.
So Microsoft has the ability to just be like, yeah, here, just take whatever from our stuff.
Yeah.
Because they're selling their ecosystem more than they're selling their games.
Yes.
PlayStation's selling more of their games than they're selling an ecosystem.
They also subsidize, again, I just got to point this out, just about every fucking computer that gets sold pays Microsoft a tax.
At some point. They have 1 billion services that are being paid right now.
Yeah.
Whether it's between Office, between them, between the fucking Outlook, like all that stuff.
OneDrive, all that bullshit. All that corporate bullshit.
Sony doesn't really have that.
And I can tell you from my time back in the corporate trenches, right, that like
even Crackle was free when Sony owned it.
There's a difference between what like a prosumer or a small business will pay for like a service and what a company will pay for a service, because a lot of times companies have so much fucking money that you can just tack on like 40% to the price of it and they're not going to bat an eyelid.
They won't even notice, yeah.
So anyway, I think I'll be honest with you. There's one thing. Oh, no, let me do this first and then I'll do the other thing. I think that depending on what that library looks like, the ability to play PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and PSP games could be just as big as the ability to play day one games on the Xbox, because the back catalog of PS1, PS2, and PSP games is fucking titanic.
Oh, it's massive.
And a lot of those games are not available like anywhere right now.
It's a very legendary back catalog, because here's the thing. Everybody's always excited that the Xbox is backwards compatible. Here's the main thing about the original Xbox. It also didn't have any fucking games.
Right. Yeah.
Like, it had like a handful of games, and those games tend to be on there already. Like, they're usually the Halo games,
Crimson Sky, Fusion Frenzy,
fucking Blinks the Cat, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
A bunch of nonsense that no one actually really gives a fuck about, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure there's some only Xbox games that I know are impossible to get, but a lot of them are fighting game related.
Yeah.
And I think that just comes down to like licensing and shit.
And I mean, there's a lot of 360 games on there, but a lot of that generation is available. I mean, I know that not everybody has this, but it's available on PC. There was a collector's edition that was available on the PS4 generation or the Xbox One generation she can get to. But like it's good that you mentioned the Xbox, because the Xbox and like the PlayStation 2 are contemporaries, and like there just isn't a good way to get access to PlayStation 2 games outside of the handful that were on the PS3 store, the handful that were available for the PS4. But like, if they were to really be able to open that catalog, like, motherfucker, I've been wanting to play Burnout 3 Takedown for years, and especially if they could do that thing that Microsoft does where they up sharpen the rendering to make it look better.
That would be nice, but I don't see them doing that. Only because PlayStation's probably the fact that they did this alone is kind of surprising, to be honest.
Yeah. So, last thing for me, and then I want your hot takes, Michael.
Okay.
Get him in the oven, get him heating up right now. I feel like I have seen a lot of news stories this week. Okay, listen, I'm very platform independent. I know that companies are not my friends. I am a little bit of a Sony fanboy, but I've tried to kind of divest myself of that stuff because I'm willing to sit here and say Sony makes a lot of stupid-ass, boneheaded moves just like everybody else does. But I feel like I kept seeing this headline all week where it's like, Sony announces their new subscription service, and it's $120 a year. And it's like, guys, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is like $20 a month. That's $240 a year. Like, you found the highest price tag, like the price tag for the Ultimate Edition if you buy it yearly, instead of like, I think that as gamers, we're relatively okay with paying $18 a month for an access to a huge back catalog of video games, and to frame that as like it's $120 a year and you don't even get new PlayStation 5 games. And it's like, right, but what you do get sounds like a hell of a good deal for $18 a month to me. Like,
yeah, that's the thing is that because I was saying that the price it does give me pause, but Robert Luke he showed up was like, well, I did the math and it's cheaper than it would be a year for Xbox Game Pass, right. And Xbox Game Pass doesn't have a yearly option.
Yeah,
like it's only monthly.
It's only monthly,
so you're always paying the monthly amount. Where this is that the yearly is supposed to save you money because it's usually like a month or two off, essentially.
I mean, like the premium one at $18 a month is $216 a year if you pay monthly, and $120 if you pay yearly.
Yeah,
so you save a half.
You save quite a bit,
more
actually.
than half.
Whereas the Game Pass Ultimate is like what? About the same, I think, if not more.
I think Game Pass Ultimate is either $20 or $25 a month. Let's see if I can find out.
Because you have to remember, this is the version of it combined with, because there is a version of Game Pass without Xbox Gold, but that one wouldn't be the same amount.
$15 a month.
Well, that's on sale right now.
It's on. Well, I think the sale is less than that, but I think it's $15 a month. I don't really know that. I don't know if that's maybe that is Ultimate.
I'm not really sure. Is the thing
fucking hard to figure out what the fuck is?
Well, that's the thing. That's what makes them so tricky, is because of some of that stuff on there. But there is no yearly option.
Yeah.
The only reason I have a yearly quote unquote Game Pass thing is because when you buy the financed Xbox Series X, it forces you to have 2 years worth of it. And it adds like an extra like almost $400 on top of the price tag. It's fucking massive.
Ultimate, yeah, it looks like.
So is it just 15?
Is it 15? Something like that.
Changed it.
Anyway, I mean, like if you bought, I know $120 is a pretty big upfront cost, but if you, 120 divided by 12 is pretty easy math. That's $10 a month for like the whole back catalog and PlayStation Plus and all the normal stuff that you would pay $60 a year for. So
yeah, because it's 15 times 10, that's like 150, right?
Yes.
So that's, or not even, that's 12. Sorry, yeah. 12.
15 times 12 is
180.
180. So
again, it's still more expensive in the long run than the normal yearly. So for PlayStation.
I just want to point that out because I kept feeling like I was seeing a lot of kind of. It seemed like these were like headlines designed to maximize the outrage of the person reading it. Like, what, $120? And I don't even get the brand new games. It's like $120 a year. And no, you don't get brand new games, but you do get you still get PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, and PSP games. Like, all of those games are in there. The PS3 games may be streaming. The PS5 games may not be first run. The PS4 games you may have already played, right? But that's still that's okay. It's not quite as good as Game Pass in some ways, but it's a hell of a lot better than fucking Switch Online Plus expansion pack.
Well, it's a better deal in the idea of backwards compatibility, because a lot of people are mad that they can't play the games they own.
Right.
But that's not what it's here for. It's here to give you access to literally one of the biggest gaming libraries outside of Nintendo of the past.
Yeah.
In ways that are so fucking difficult to do now, even illegally, to be honest.
Yeah.
Then it would that alone is worth a lot of that cost, especially if that library for PS1 and PS2 is solid, and I don't mean that as a Metal Gear Solid one, but I mean if it's a solid grab from all of those things, because there's so many fucking games from that era that people were just like, I can't wait to play those things again.
Yeah,
that alone would be worth it. Because like you're saying, some of these PS2 games on eBay, they're like $120 because it's the only way you can play some of them.
Dude, if they started putting stuff like what Rule of Rose or Kuon or some of those horror games that I shelled out fucking shitloads of Michigan Report from Suda51.
It wouldn't take a lot to license some of these games too.
It wouldn't take a lot for it to pay for itself.
Yes,
that is basically the way I think about it.
The thing is, I have to find out. I have to see what the catalog looks like before I can be like, you should totally get this.
Yes.
Because I don't want it to be like when Game Pass first came out. When Game Pass first came out, it wasn't really worth it all that much.
No, there wasn't very much on
what you were saying, the Sea of Thieves things. We're like, well, I can pay $15 and play this now.
It was like, you look at your watch and you're like, okay, what is this? It's like $10 a month. Sea of Thieves is $60 and it comes out this month. As long as another first-party Microsoft game comes out in the next 6 months, this will financially pay for itself.
Exactly. And luckily, it got really, really good as time went on. But I remember when it first started, I was like, "That's stupid. I don't want to spend. I want to do that. That's dumb. There's not even any games on here."
Did you and I play Sea of Thieves? Was it confusing when we went to go play, or was
I can't remember.
No, I think I played with Matt.
But I remember you telling me about it.
Yeah.
And
it was confusing.
And I was like, that's dumb because I didn't have an Xbox at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no games on the Xbox. Well, that's stupid because it was an Xbox One thing. And the Xbox One was notorious for not really having anything.
And again, you make an excellent point where I want to say, like, I'm not endorsing this. I'm just not shitting on it right now.
Oh, no, that's the thing. I'm not shitting on it
I want to see the list. Like you. I want to see the list.
All of the clickbaity titles that are like, it's $120 for this thing, is like, you guys are stupid because you're confusing the consumer more than even PlayStation is confusing them.
Yes.
With their 3 tiers. Honestly, they only should have had the 2 tiers. The middle one probably shouldn't even have existed, in my opinion.
I wholeheartedly agree. Also, though, it's interesting because, one of the things to keep track of is that if Sony will not be putting their first-party titles, but this doesn't say anything, and they haven't said anything about these. Weird West came out this week, and it was day one
true.
Game Pass, right? Like, we don't know anything about third-party titles. Like, if third parties are basically just getting subsidized by the Xbox.
Well, they put Shadow Warrior 3 on PlayStation Now, day one. So who knows if they could do that with any other third parties?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll have to see how it goes. I don't know. What, you combine this PlayStation Plus Premium with Xbox Game Pass, and it's what are you paying, like $50 a month, and you're getting like half the games that come out for $50 a month, and it's like, well, yeah, I'll do that.
I honestly think it's a good idea if it plays out the way I want it to.
Yes, I agree. Let's see. In more Sony news, we have a follow-up to Gran Turismo.
Yay.
So last week, Gran Turismo just kind of, they went to the bed, and they took their pants off, and then they got under the covers, and then, oh no, I had too much Taco Bell. My bed is ruined.
Also, then they threw bed bugs on it. Because fuck you, that's why.
That'll fix it, and then they threw the bed bugs. We'll get rid of the mess. Anyway,
and then the bed bugs Predator will be the next thing that they throw in there.
That's right.
And then the gorillas will come, and then it'll die off in the winter.
This is about that lady that swallowed a fly. Last week Gran Turismo 7 did an update, and it lowered the amount of credits that you're getting, and it to kind of like force it felt like it was to force people into doing the microtransactions.
Oh, that's absolutely what it was. It was also trying to keep people from finishing the game too fast, I feel. It's what Avengers did with the XP thing.
Yes.
That's what I feel like it was they're doing.
No, but no, Michael. In Avengers, it was because it would be confusing to the player to get too many abilities too quickly. We gotta slow down. These dummies aren't gonna understand how to use the Hulk correctly.
It's true, Jeff. They have no idea how cars work.
So yeah, this week in a blog post, Palafani Digital Director Kazunori Yamauchi laid out basically a big mea culpa, saying like, "Hey, we hear you. We've seen the scores on Metacritic.
We done fucked up.
First things first, they gave everybody 1 million in-game credits if you bought the game before this happened, and if you opened the game before it's like April something, you just get 1 million credits. So done. Like that's a I don't know, one of the big cars or like souping up a really big car. I asked Bryce about it. He plays the fuck out of this. I don't know why.
Does he actually play it for reals?
Like okay, I was talking to Bryce. This is an interesting aside. Bryce is a racing guy now.
Is he really?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
I think he started.
Is it the marbles? Did the marbles make him get into racing?
There's the marbles. He started going to like the F1 races, like the F1 track.
Well,
and he was playing Forza for a little while, and then he like is really he's making like custom liveries for cars and Gran Turismo. And I'm like, you're a race guy. You're a car guy now.
That's
like,
amazing. You should get him to do those Forzas and all these things.
I definitely should instead of trying to force any of you motherfuckers. None of you guys care about cars. Get the one guy I know.
I can kind of do it, but I'm not very good at it.
I felt so bad with Chris and I. And it's just like. I don't know, man. I should have had you on for the car episode and Chris on for the medieval.
That probably would have been a better idea.
Medieval politics simulator episode. So
that probably would have been a better idea.
Anyway,
we still had fun with that though.
Yeah,
is that out yet?
No. Oh, it'll be out the day that this comes out.
Okay.
So yeah, people have seen it. I thought about putting it out on Friday because it was April 1st. Just like
that would have been a good move.
It's not a joke, but it's kind of a joke.
It's kind of a joke. It's a little bit of both.
Okay. Anyway. So all right, I have a controversial statement to make.
What's that?
I think that Gran Turismo 7 and Yamauchi is trying I think that they are trying their very best to try to create a game that is fun to play without spending money and gives you the ability to spend money to do stuff at the same time. Now, I think that these two desires are almost directly, it's the yin and the yang, man. It's like the black and the white, right?
Okay.
They don't mix together real well, right? But like, you know, one of the things they talked about what they're doing, they're going to double the amount of race rewards in April for the later game races. One of the things, I didn't really know this, but like you can't sell your cars.
Yeah, I heard about that.
But you're going to be able to sell your cars, like as a way to basically earn more money. Because it sounds like they want people to be able to have fun, but then also have like a slight incentive that if you've just got more money than sense, you can just go fucking buy cars if that's what you want. But like if the game is so easy that you never feel like you're like, maybe I'll just go give him $5. I'll just give him $5, and then I'll get that car. But see, the difference here is that the $5 goes towards credits and not cars.
Yeah.
In GT Sport, you would buy like a car for $5. Here, you buy credits, and because you're spending the money on credits, it means that the cars that are super expensive are super fucking expensive. Like
it just comes down to like making these things too expensive for both in-game and real-world currency.
Yeah. I just don't know okay, I mean, it just goes back to the main thing, right? I think they're trying to square a circle because the thing is that
it goes in the square hole. Sorry, that popped in my head the second he said that.
Is that like in order for a real world money store to work, there has to be a psychological pressure on the player, and they have to know there's a real world store, and they have to feel like, do I want to just do I just want to go buy like the double XP booster? Like,
yeah.
There has to be some incentive for them to spend their money, because otherwise, what regular person is going to spend money on weapon skins? They're going to be like, this is stupid. I mean, there are some people with more money than sense. Actually, you know what? I got a disclaimer to put right here in the fucking first half of this show.
Why are you looking at me when you say that?
No. Well,
sure, I bought all those Avengers skins, but you can't prove nothing.
Here. I have come to the direct and incontrovertible conclusion, Michael, that I don't know shit. Like, what other people think about the world or like what their desires are, I have no idea, because we have a whole bunch of stories about like more corporate malfeasance and people treating other people like dog shit. And I'm just like, I don't understand you motherfuckers, because I was raised in like this really repressed household and I'm like conservative at heart. Like I'm like politically liberal, but like socially, I'm like, well, don't touch people and keep your pants on and fucking
bad touch, guys.
Yeah. Anyway. Whole thing is going to be in April. They're going to be doing a bunch of changes to try to even out that push and that pull. I hope it works.
I hope it does too, but they really, really have a lot to go at the moment.
Yeah,
because they fucked up so bad in the beginning.
The big tragedy is, of course, that even if they completely fixed it, even if a week after they made that change, if they just reverted back to the way that things were before that change, people would not go delete their 0-star reviews off of Metacritic.
Well, because one, because they don't really feel like doing it.
Yeah.
And two, they probably never were going to go back to the game.
Yep.
Because they were so upset.
Yep. So
the end.
I don't know. We'll
Poor
see.
Guys, I think.
I got more important things to bitch about, though, Michael, because this week Sony upped their copyright on their trademark on knack.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They're threatening us with more knack.
They're threatening us with more knack. Right to my fucking face. Right to my face.
Snack, baby.
Look, I have expressed to Sony my displeasure with knack as a concept and a video game, and they refuse to listen to me. I am personally insulted by this.
I like the idea of knack, but knack has never worked.
Knack is stupid.
They've tried twice, and it's just never worked.
Okay, so
it was always more of a tech demo than it was a game.
The only thing is that knack was developed by Sony's Japan studio, right? And in 2021, Japan studio was folded into Team Asobi.
That's right.
That makes the Dinobot, the Astrobot games.
I forgot about that.
And those are good games.
No, they are good games.
The
yeah.
fucking GPU song. I'm gonna have to go listen to it now because it's been stuck in my head for like a year. So I don't know. Maybe we're getting more knack. Who can say?
We're gonna get more knack.
Probably.
Or maybe it's so they can put knack as the face of the PlayStation Plus Extra.
I swear to God, Sony's been trying to have like a mascot for years. And they're just like, what about Kratos? He's like, he's too mean.
He's too murdery.
What about Crash Bandicoot? And like, we don't really own that.
We kind of sold him.
What about Nathan Drake? It's like, look, we don't just want to have a guy. Like, okay, what about Knack? And I'm like, Knack is a pile of garbage with a face glued onto it. That's not the logo you want. Like,
they really should have bought Crash Bandicoot. He would have been a perfect mascot. That would have they would have fucked him up still, but
yeah,
he would have been a really good mascot.
Maybe Astrobot. Astrobot would be a good, I think
now he would be a good mascot.
Robot,
The thing is, I think we're too far gone now.
Yeah,
I think we're too far gone for the idea of a mascot for PlayStation.
I mean, what are they going to do? Put him on a commercial where Astrobot's like, "Hey kids, buy a PlayStation." I don't know why Astrobot sounds like a heavy smoker.
Well, because that's how they used to do those. Remember, they used to take the cutest guy and give him like the deepest fucking voice for like no reason.
Yep,
weird shit like that.
Yep. I mean, who needs a mascot? Fuck that.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think we're past the mascot days.
Wait, Chris Pratt? Great. There's your mascot.
Yahoo, he says.
No, that'd be really funny if Sony hired Chris Pratt to be the face of PlayStation, who is the voice of Mario in the Mario movie.
That would be hysterical.
Anyway, we also have some bummer news from Sony. This is I don't know. I have kind of mixed feeling about this. Sony basically informed their what is it? Their retail division.
I assume those are just the Sony stores, I assume.
Yeah, it's like Sony stores and people that deal with like, I mean, this Kotaku article where they say the merchandise team, including PlayStation representatives who would interact with physical retail locations. They this week announced they're laying off 90 people, and they gave them like 2 weeks to like fucking fuck off and go find another job.
Okay, so I think I know what they're the reps who come in who are like, hey, put up the ad for like Knack 3.
Yeah, put up a big standee of Kratos.
They're those guys
going, but buy a PlayStation, boy.
At the moment, they don't really need that because no one is really going anywhere.
Well,
still.
It's also worth noting that 2020 marked a huge shift towards more digital sales, right? People buy consoles online, people buy games online, a lot more stuff happens online, a lot less walking into stores and being like, what should I get? Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Oh, look, a standee for Knack. I'll get Knack.
Yeah, like, no one really does that. Like, I don't remember last time I bought a game in person, to be honest.
I do. I ordered Kirby as a physical game and then made Amanda go pick it up. That's our deal. Is like you can have it when we're done playing it, but you have to go get it from Best Buy because I don't want it.
That's the thing. Yeah, I remember you hate Kirby so much because I was here for the last Kirby game. And you were just like, get the shit out of my house and throw it at her.
Yep.
Like it was a drug deal.
Epic Yarn. That was the last one.
No, I think it was Heroes or something like that. It was it was another. Well, actually, it might have been Yard. I don't know.
I thought Heroes was just like a multiplayer one. I don't think we actually did that.
There was one. There was one for the Switch that came out at some point, but I can't remember what it was called. Okay. I don't think it was Yarn though.
Anywho,
because it was a normal Kirby game, but it was super fucking easy.
This is not entirely surprising. It sucks that 90 people got laid off, but in a company with this many people, like I mean, you know, I feel like if you were the guy that went to go set up the stuff in the physical locations and you've been through the pandemic and you weren't yet laid off, that you probably needed to be like, I should probably get my resume ready. Like, you know, I'll ride this shit out, but like I should probably get my resume ready because
it was kind of just already going to happen if you were those guys. I'm not saying because you guys suck, but I'm saying it's because no one was going anywhere.
Also, I mean, like it's less a thing. Like once we transition,
now it's easier to just send it anyways, and then they get a retail worker to make them anyways.
Right. Once you transition out of something like that, I don't think it ever really fully comes back. It was a leftover of a bygone era when fucking, you know, John Wayne was standing next to the orange soda counter like, hey partner, get yourself an orange soda, like, and it kind of gone all the way to today, and then finally we're just like, no more. That was stupid and I hate it.
There's literally the gag now where it's like, if somebody advertises me to so much, I refuse to buy their shit.
Right.
So we're at the point where advertising just actually does the opposite now.
Yeah. Let's see. Sony is the only one with some bad news. Microsoft has with some employment news. Microsoft has employment news this week. Microsoft came out with a statement saying that if the Activision Blizzard workers are unionized, that they will recognize the union. So
that's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, Marcus Phoenix to show up and break their legs.
Marcus Phoenix and Master Chief waiting out behind Activision Blizzard. Hey, come over here. Come over here.
Just revving his chainsaw gun. We just want to talk to you about something. Come over here. We're going to do stuff to you.
No unions. Unions are woke. So that's good. Yeah, that's good. They put out there's a quote: Microsoft respects Activision Blizzard employees' right to choose whether to be represented by a labor organization, and we will honor those decisions. I mean, at this point, again, see the previous conversation about how much fucking money Microsoft has, one, and two, Microsoft needs good PR more than the money.
It's true.
So
definitely, they definitely need more good PR than they ever need money.
Or they don't need the money as much as they won't benefit from the extra money they'll end up paying to a labor union as much as they'll benefit from having Activision fucking Blizzard as a subsidiary, as a wholly owned subsidiary of the Microsoft Corporation.
Yeah. That's going to be an interesting time, guys.
Seriously, we're like 2 or 3 months away from that, but fuck, man.
It's not finalized, though. They're still waiting on that.
Fucking Microsoft is going to own Warcraft.
It's true.
God damn.
We'll see. The Master Chief's going to show up in it. It'll be fine. It's going to be amazing.
Is Heroes of the Storm still a thing?
Is it?
Of course, we have some bad news this week for Activision Blizzard. The first of which is yet another
come on, really?
Discrimination and harassment lawsuit. Yeah,
that's got to be a Guinness World Book record, right?
This one, okay. So the plaintiff has not been identified. It's Jane Doe. A lot of this is stuff that we've kind of it's kind of stuff that we've heard before. Apparently, this person was hired, started working at the company in 2017 as a senior administrative assistant in the IT department. Their first day there, motherfucker, like, this happened to me my first week at Microsoft. Apparently they were like, fucking, here's some tequila shots, woo, Jane's on board, everybody take a shot.
Jesus.
There's the pressure to take tequila shots and to share a quote-unquote embarrassing secret with everyone. There was the whole cube crawl thing where, like,
that comes up a lot in these lawsuits.
This is where I was like, I don't understand
how that happens.
You people, where it's like, hey bro, come on, we're gonna just go underneath all the ladies' desks and like check out their gams. We're gonna take some tequila shots and then crawl under people's desks. I'm like, that's okay. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I don't think my knees could do that anyways. So no,
I don't think so.
I'm gonna pass.
Also, apparently, they talked about. Okay, I don't understand this thing where they say this is from a VG247 article. There was a game that would be played called "quote unquote" Jackbox.
I like how sinister it puts it in quotes.
Which required individuals to come up with "quote unquote" creative answers to questions mostly sexual in nature. Now, I looked at the actual filing for this, and this is how it is: "quote unquote" Jackbox, and I'm like, the Jackbox games? Is it like you guys are playing sexy Jackbox, or is this like Blizzard made up their own game and called it Jackbox, even though there's totally a series of games called Jackbox?
That's why I'm confused by it. Like the way it makes it sound is it makes Jackbox sound like a super sinister thing, and not something people stream every other fucking day.
Yeah. Some other highlights include, basically let's come to the point. This Jane Doe complained, and they were basically told to shut the fuck up, like they were always said. Eventually, they complained directly to J. Allen Brack, back when he was at Activision Blizzard, and they were offered a lateral move to a different job that paid less in order to just get the fuck out of that environment.
Yeah.
And then years later, apparently, this is what happens, man, is then they got the reputation of just Jane is a fucking downer. And so there's there's an open position. I'm going to interview for it. And they're like, I think we're just going to keep looking. I don't know if you're entirely right for this particular position. Because it's just Jane didn't even want to do fucking tequila shots at the strip club on Friday.
It's so ridiculous.
She had a problem when I crawled around under her desk and talked about her gams. And it's all right. So... I mean, and honestly, again, if this happened to you and you see a pattern where people are getting paid off by Blizzard and Microsoft, I'm not saying that this is like a cash grab, but if you were wronged and you have seen that other people that were wronged, are getting compensation for being wronged, you should go get your compensation because you were wronged.
Yeah, you should definitely do that.
There's no time machine that will go back and not rip the tequila out of the people's hands and tell them to quit crawling around under your desk. But if you have the wherewithal to get compensation for your, horrible time, fucking do it. So
that's the thing, is that it's the year that it started too.
Yeah.
It wasn't I worked there during the 90s or something.
Yep.
So I worked there in 2017. That wasn't that long ago.
Yep.
That was not that long ago. What the absolute fuck?
2017 was half a decade ago.
Still though, that's still in the late 2010s.
I think if I may, I feel like what you're saying is just there was the stupid ass 90s when people weren't thinking about this stuff still. And then it was we're starting to think about it in the early 2000s. But by 2017, it was a thing.
It was 100% a thing. People were getting sued left and right for shit like that.
Do not do this, or it wasn't a thing in the video game industry, but it was a thing where we were starting to be hey, if you fucking made a career out of grabbing Cindy's ass at the office, you are now in trouble for that, motherfucker.
When did Time's Up come out from It's Always Sunny?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see.
I'm curious.
Time's Up for the Gang. 2018. September 26, 2018.
A year later.
Yeah.
Not even a year later.
Yeah.
And this shit, and the way it said, it's clearly was going on for a while.
Yes. Yep. Let's see. We have a lot more. I shouldn't have taken so much time, but so apparently, in other payout news, the federal court has approved the $18 million settlement between Activision Blizzard and the EEOC. Just to remind everybody, there are two major lawsuits against Blizzard by government organizations.
Yes.
One of them is the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing, the DCDEFH HILMNOP.
Ultra Turbo HD collection.
That one is ongoing.
Okay.
As that one started to ramp up, suddenly one weekend we got in the same 48 hours, it was the federal Equal Employment Opportunity Commission has also opened an investigation. Oh, and they've come to a settlement. Oh, and that settlement is $18 million. Oh, and then immediately once they said, yes, we accept that, Blizzard was like, so you guys can fuck off now. Like we've paid a government organization. We've rectified the problem. We're setting up this fund with $18 million for people that had a problem, and it'll be paid out. This is the thing where it turns out that like there's a certain percentage of that if it doesn't get paid out can go back to Activision Blizzard. So that's this.
Yeah,
that's
I remember
this
that.
one.
They're like, oh, California, we paid these guys. And they're like, that's not the same thing, guys.
Yeah. So plus it happened so fast. Like I don't.
It did. It was like in and out.
I don't know if there's something nefarious going on
They like
here.
shook them down.
Yeah.
Like give us $18 million, Activision Blizzard.
It kind of felt to me.
Break your legs.
Again, I'm not a fucking conspiracy theorist, but it felt to me like Bobby Kotick knew somebody in a high place that was just like, okay, look, man, we will pay up to $20 million. Like, can you just like bring something, and then we will agree to whatever you say, and we will pay. And here's the amount that we will pay up front, so that once we get done paying, I can be like, you can't. Double indemnity is a thing. You cannot keep fucking with us.
You can't charge a husband and wife for the same crime.
That's right.
On the ocean or whatever.
But yeah, so that happened. This is just a footnote.
I heard about this,
This
actually.
is just a footnote, but apparently another crappy Activision Blizzard news. Activision Blizzard Chief Administrative Officer Brian Bulatow emailed everybody, and they were like, hey, the cases are down. There's no more vaccine mandates. Everybody come back to work. And this was kind of framed in this like, you know, we're in line with the state and local, codes to make sure like the lockdowns are being lifted. They cannot fucking wait to make people come back to work.
No, they can't.
Like,
and there's because I was reading about this on Twitter, and people were saying a lot of people are already hesitant now to even want us to go back to work at all,
right?
Because of stuff like this.
Also, again, we're in the beginning of this like burgeoning union movement, and then suddenly making everybody go to a building where managers can breathe down their necks and look over their shoulders at their emails and like listen to their phone calls and shit.
Yeah,
like makes this shit harder. Also, just in general, I'm just going to be real upfront in general. There is no reason. I read stuff on Imager, right? Or this great thing on Imager that was like, well, okay, so the pandemic showed that most of us like that work in office buildings can just work from home.
Yeah.
And it's fine. And like, right. But then what happens to the office buildings? Like, well, you convert the office buildings into like apartments. And then like, well, but wouldn't that make all the housing cheaper because it would drive down the cost because there'd be so much more housing, like especially in like prime downtown real estate places where office buildings are. It's like, yes, it would. And that's why they'll never fucking do it.
Oh, exactly. There's the whole Biden thing where like we're so excited to get people back into these buildings, and everyone's like, why?
Right.
Every fucking thing in the world has proven that we don't need any of that shit.
Go watch the beginning of Joe versus the Volcano. It's the same today. Joe versus the Volcano and the show Severance on Apple Plus have the same attitude about going into cubicle life, except that one of them is a comedy and the other one is a dystopian nightmare.
Here's the only thing I will say against, the only closest thing to a slight against working from home for gaming development specifically is how big these file sizes are.
Yeah, because
they have to download them back and forth, and it causes
also security.
Yes, it causes game development to slow down a lot.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I will say against the idea of working from, specifically for gaming companies. Not for everybody, but for gaming companies specifically.
I think it's bullshit, and I think we should all be allowed to work from home, and that we should just start building like direct offices onto your house, like that are built to work in, and then just let me go fucking live downtown.
Like I said, the closest thing to a devil's advocate argument I have, and it's the only thing.
Dude,
and it's a selfish ass thing because I want games to come out.
I would love it if I could get an apartment that was just like 1/4 of the floor of like an office.
That would be amazing.
Like it just, wall it off, put some things on it. Let me have the big windows that look outside, and put it in the bathroom and some shit, and just go for it.
Wouldn't be that hard.
Okay. That's merely a footnote. The big, oh God, we're so far behind. Okay,
this happens every time I'm on the podcast.
Happens every single time, every single goddamn time. I started adding the PC Gamer news in here, and I need to stop doing that. Okay, other Activision Blizzard news this week: Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, Cory Booker, and Sheldon Whitehouse sent a letter to the FTC chairwoman Lena Khan asking to basically scrutinize the Activision Blizzard merger way harder. I read this meandering 6-page thing with all the fucking footnotes and bullshit. It mainly, there are two salient points that it brings up. Most of it is restating all the stuff you've already heard on the podcast. Again, history of abuse, Bobby Kotick knew, went on for years, blah, 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 blah. There's some kind of shade thrown at like, well, Microsoft just used this news to drive down the stock price so they could acquire Blizzard. There are two actual salient points that you all have not heard before. One is, well, Microsoft says that they will respect any union that comes out of Activision Blizzard, but they didn't like put it in writing or like pledge it or do it. They just said it.
Okay, they just said
so
it.
How do we know that they aren't going to do that? Which I'm like, okay, a little bit.
That's a fair point.
A little bit. And then the second one is just like general, we don't want there to be consolidation of tech companies in the industry because it generally hurts tech employees, because the more consolidated the power is, the more the less power employees have to choose where they want to go and demand.
It lowers competition.
Yeah. If you have one huge, massive employer that employs 50% of the tech sector,
like some kind of monopoly,
then they get to. Oh, you know what? Actually, I learned a new word. I learned a brand new word from reading these guys. Here's the letter. Steve Totilo put it out. What is it? Here, I'm just going to look it up. It's not monopoly. It's called monopsony.
Monopsony?
Monopsony. Monopsony.
Interesting.
Throughout this letter, they kept using this word, and I was like, did this fucking senators and shit like misspell monopoly throughout this whole thing? A monopoly is when a single buyer dominates a monopolized market. So like they're buying everything. A monopoly is a single seller. So if you have one company that is selling everything.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So monopsony. You learned a new word.
Ironically enough, it has nothing to do with Sony today.
Yeah, I think that you guys can go read this letter. It's like I said, it's most of it is just restating the facts of the case, right? But you know, as we've said before, the Biden administration is less business friendly than the fucking Trump administration, and so there's a chance that this merger is going to be scrutinized and may have a bunch of shit, you know.
It's going to get fought.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because it's the one thing I didn't expect to get fought.
Yep. Whether they're able to fight it successfully or not remains to be seen. Oh, well, the next story is a whole thing about a game company doing bad stuff.
Oh,
so
why there's so many of these lately?
Yep. All right. I know you listening need to take a break. I need to take a break. I'm sure Michael needs to take a break. Let's all take a break, and then we're going to come back with some more news. And we're back. All right. Everybody had a break? Everybody chilling out a little bit?
Sure.
A little chilled out. We all went and looked at the bees. Checked out the bees outside, the bees in the trees.
The birds and the bees.
Yep.
And the pistols and such.
Okay. I don't know that we could really go into the detail that this particular article has.
You know, I never understood why the birds were part of the birds and the bees, because you could just explain the whole thing with bees.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I don't know. It does seem like a weird thing, right? Where it's like you're talking about like the way that mammals make babies, and you've chose avians and insects in order to be your thing. Because like one of them is like a hive colony, the other one lays eggs, and neither one of those is what people do.
Yeah.
So
like I get the bees thing because they pollinate the flower or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't understand where the birds come in.
I don't even think pollinating a flower is a good metaphor for boning. It's just going to confuse little kids.
It's a better metaphor than I can come up with anything that birds do.
Birds.
Are the birds fucking the bees or the bees fucking the birds? I don't know.
We don't have time to
Sorry
get into
that I
that.
sidetracked you.
We don't
guys.
have time to get into that. All right. Let's see. We got another studio with some bad stuff. This is the studio behind State of Decay 3, or behind the whole State of Decay franchise. There's a really big Kotaku article about this. This is a little bit less... This is less like... this is a different sort of bad behavior than the stuff that we were describing from Activision Blizzard. Nobody's crawling under desks or doing tequila shots here. So I'm going to lay this out. We don't have time to...
birds is what they're doing.
Yeah, we don't have time to go over all this because we have a shitload of other stories. But basically, what it seems like is State of Decay... One of the guys that made ArenaNet that made Guild Wars broke off, and he made this small team, and they made State of Decay, and they put it out, and Microsoft kind of funded a little bit of it, and it was like, oh, this is really great. And they went to go start working on the second one, and then that studio, Undead Labs, got bought out by Microsoft. Not that long after, the guy that was the CEO of the company took a big chunk of the money from the payout and was just like, see ya.
Good for him? Question mark?
Yeah, I mean, he sold out apparently there was some money that was also left over, or that was also left for some of the founding members of the company and stuff, because it was a real small team in the beginning. After that, a new guy comes in, and he brings in this lady that's like an HR person that's got a track record. I'm not going to go into all the names because, again, this is going on for ever and ever and ever. Apparently, she was fucking terrible. When women would say, but the terrible is part of the From State of Decay 1 to State of Decay 2, they had to hire more people because State of Decay 2 was going to be a bigger game and a newer system. It's going to require more manpower, basically.
Yeah.
Part of that was that they wanted to essentially up the number of women and people of color, non-binary people that were in there to have better representation across the board. Apparently, a lot of these new hires, women and people of color and whatnot, were just kind of fucking ignored when they talked in meetings.
That sounds about right.
And kind of subtly ridiculed, shot down, nobody was really listening to what the fuck they were saying. This HR person that came on, there's a part of the story that talks about when women were like, hey, I keep getting talked over. I have a real problem with this person who keeps belittling me. And this person was like, well, you should find another man to essentially help you to confront them about their behavior. And it was like, well, isn't that your job?
Yeah, that's kind of the point of you guys, I thought.
Yeah. This got really bad, apparently, during the pandemic when they had a big it was a big Zoom meeting where some people were just like, you know what? This is fucked up. Somebody was just had enough. And then when that happened, it was kind of the first domino, and a bunch of other employees were like, yeah, this is fucked up. So that HR person, really quietly, the end of the week, just left.
It was a good move on their part.
Yeah. From there, apparently, I mean, here's the thing. State of Decay 3 was announced when the Xbox Series X was announced.
It was, yes. It was one of the first ones, if I remember.
Yeah. You'll notice that, we haven't seen or heard anything about that game since then.
Nope.
Apparently that was because it was, pushed out really early as proof of concept, where it's part of the trailer had a zombie deer in it, and people are like, oh, are there going to be zombie animals in this one? And meanwhile, the team is we don't know. They haven't fully completed the idea of what the game is. Apparently they had this thing where they would put together what they called strike teams that would go to develop certain features into prototypes. but like there was really bad communication between the different teams, so nobody knew what anybody else was working on. And then like once one of these strike teams would like finish a part of the project, they would just get like dissolved back into the company in general instead of like put onto another thing. There's a story in here about how like Microsoft asked for 2 presentations on the state of the game, one being like a series of animated GIFs and like a PowerPoint presentation, and the second one being like a vertical slice. And then like the new guy that came in as the CEO was like, we're gonna have 2 vertical slices, and like apparently the entire studio was just like, you go fuck yourself. Like we are nowhere near that point.
Jesus Christ.
So they backed it up, and yeah,
that's the sign of a guy who's never done any of this before.
Yes. Well, I think it's one of those things where it's just like the size of State of Decay started out apparently as the idea for it was that it was going to be a zombie MMO, and then it was then contracted down into this single player kind of open world experience, and that makes sense. But then like you could see that as it continues, like State of Decay 2 when it launched wasn't very good.
I remember it not being very good.
Like it got to be pretty good eventually.
It was like it was one of those games that was like a beta for a very long time.
Yeah, there's like the Juggernaut edition, and then they put out like the Heartland or whatever that put the first game back into the second game engine. But the third game apparently is just not like the new studio head from this story. I don't know them. Seems like they're more interested in kind of like making a name for themselves than they are about like doing the job of making the video game, and that the team size has ballooned up because each game is supposed to be successively bigger than the previous one. So the more people you get, the more crucial it is that you have like good communication between all of the different people and like a very clear idea of where things are going. And you can't do the same loosey-goosey thing that you could do when your team is 16 people that you sit next to in a little office every day. And that it seems like this might be not entirely working properly. Again, I would like to point out that this is not like, fucking taking tequila shots and looking at people's legs under the desk, right? Like this is a different sort of fucked up studio.
It's more like a Dilbert cartoon.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't mean that as in the funny parts. I mean that in the parts of all the incompetence, except in real life.
Yes. I highly recommend that everybody go read this article on Kotaku because it is pretty big. I think that I went down into the comments, and the first comment that was in this article was kind of like, because it's a very long article, and they say, okay, it seems like if you boil this down, it's like there's the guy that had the company, they put out the first game, they got more people, they put out the second game, and then the guy got bought out and didn't really care and let the second game coast to completion. Then he left the company. Then a new person came in and brought this toxic HR manager with them. They staffed up for new people, but they didn't integrate them well into the studio. Then they fired that HR director, and that by all accounts, things tend to be getting better at this point, which is somewhat accurate, except if everything is fucking hunky-dory, where's my trailer? Where's my news story? Where's my
They probably just got rid of them, though, is the thing.
Interview about those sorts of things. So yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see whether I was never the biggest fan of State of Decay, so I
always forgot it existed, to be honest.
Yeah, I know some people really, really, really like it, and I was just like.
But I remember that trailer now because I do the whole zombie deer and everything. I remember people being like, "Oh my god, it's State of Decay 3," and I'm like, I don't care.
do we really care all that much about zombie games at this point?
We're at the point where we don't as much as we used to.
Like Days Gone.
But if you do something creative with it, people will flock to it.
Yeah.
The issue is that a lot of zombie games boil down to some pretty standard things after a while. But the State of Decay series was well loved because it was more of an open worldy type.
And it kind of had like the management stuff where you can set people up to build stuff.
Like I get why it was popular compared to like a lot of other zombie things. Like when Fortnite first came out,
right?
When it was originally just a zombie game.
Yeah.
A lot of people forget about that.
Oh yeah, no. I think Amanda and I fucking played that for Rage Select.
Yeah, people hated that game. When I was
watching that game. I was watching that game's development for a long fucking time. And the fact that it's now just a battle royale game is really strange to me.
Yeah, I remember when they came out with the zombie thing as like an extra thing. They're like, oh, that's surprising. They're got zombies in Fortnite. I'm like, yeah, that's what this was originally.
Yep.
All they did was put back the Fortnite into Fortnite.
Yep. Let's see from there. Last week we talked about Phenomena, the company that put out Watam, the one that had the safe word, one that had that lady producer that was talking about people's relationship
status. The whole fucking thing was insane.
Yeah. So apparently Phenomena went out onto they went out directly onto Twitter and they were like, hey, we're looking for investors, and like, if we don't find any at GDC, we're probably going to have to shut the company down next month. Like,
oh no. Anyways,
yeah,
fucking hell, guys.
So yeah,
maybe if they used their dick jokes at GDC, it would have helped them out.
I don't know. Yeah, here's a quote: Phenomena was in the process of closing.
No, it wasn't dick jokes. It was Jew jokes.
No, that was a different company.
I thought it was these guys.
No, that was Moon that made Ori and the Blind Forest.
Oh, that's right. I thought it was these. That was part of the same story when we talked about it.
Yeah, well, there were like 3 different companies that were all
making terrible fucking decisions
together in that one thing. Yeah, Phenomena is in the process of closing an investment round just before GDC, and we are still actively working to do so. Last week, we let everyone know that if we do not successfully finish the fundraise, we will be forced to close the studio. We love game development. We love making games. We love bringing people into the community.
Do you, though?
It is our sincere hope that we can continue to do so together. Yeah. 2013 was when this was founded, so
Jesus.
They kind of had a pretty good ride, but
yeah, they had a decent ride until they, got themselves on the news.
Well, again, this is like that that company that did the PC build giveaway.
Oh yeah,
where it's like, if your company, if there's like one bad news story and then the next week you're like, okay, company's shutting down, you were heading in that direction regardless of whether that news story was going to happen. I probably just wouldn't have really known who Phenomena was and been like, oh, what a shame. Oh, what a shame. But yeah, now I'm like, is it though?
Yeah.
But is it?
It's not really, yeah. I'm cool with them disappearing into the ether. Maybe they'll work on State of Decay 3.
Oh my God. Let's see. In other fundraising / money news, apparently Valve has put out a statement. Well, some of the people that work for Valve have said that the sanctions that the world has put on Russia are basically affecting their ability to pay out to developers in Russia and the Ukraine.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense, though.
Yeah. I mean, I read this originally, and it was like, the person that put this up was a developer that's in Russia, and they're like, I do not agree with what our fucking government is doing. Like, I just happen to live here, and I'm making games. Like, I'm not I don't work for the government. Like, I'm just making games.
It's a payment gateway issue is the thing. Once those things get blocked, there's no easy way around it.
Yep.
Like, my current job, we have somebody who we're trying to pay, because the way our system works is that they get paid through a Stripe gateway, but Stripe can't pay them and we can't pay them because their account, somebody put a lien on their account. So it's kind of like this, where it's like, we're trying to give you money, but everything in the system is like, no.
Yeah.
Like, and there's no way around that.
Yeah.
There's no easy way around that. And so that's what's going on here. Like, you could maybe write them a check, but where are they going to fucking, what are they going to do with that at that point?
Actually, I believe that this is, no. This is a Ukrainian developer that brought this up, that said they got an email from Valve that said this past week, our bank notified us that they will begin requiring that we provide intermediary bank information for all wire payments to accounts in Russia and Ukraine. In addition, they will no longer be allowing payments to Belarus. We are working to understand all the new requirements, create a path to collect this information from you, and send it to the bank. This will take us some time to complete, but will not be available for payments to the affected accounts due at the end of March.
So that makes sense. So what they're saying is that at the moment, before this happened, I'm guessing that the intermediary banks were in Russia since they're just right next to each other.
Right.
And so it's easier to just, get a Russian bank and then that would go from there to them.
Yes.
But they can't do that because they can't, it's Russia. Like what's going on with them.
Yep.
So they need a new bank in between, but who knows if they'll find one.
Yep. So yeah, it's I mean, I don't think any of us have ever given any indication that we're not just like boo on war.
Boo war.
Boo war. Stop it. Fucking stop it.
Yes.
Stop it.
Stop
Rage
the wars.
Select says, stop it, Russia. Stop it with your... Stop it.
Cut it out.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan of Hideo Kojima, and that motherfucker's drilled like boo war into me for fucking 20 years. So
Yeah,
like,
I played enough Metal Gear to understand that war has changed.
yeah. Or does war never change? I never know which one to go with.
Well,
so.
four, he's very adamant that it has changed.
Yeah.
But nanomachines, guys.
Yeah.
It's the nanomachines' fault they can't get paid.
Boo. Boo.
I knew it.
Boo to war.
It's the AI's fault.
This is the official. I'm going to make that a t-shirt.
Boo to war.
It just says boo to war, and it's got a little ghost on it. That just is like, has his thumbs down. A little ghost with his thumbs down. Yeah. We also had another result of this. So apparently, Loop Hero, the people who make Loop Hero, have basically said they've given people who want to play Loop Hero that are in countries that are currently under sanction, they have said, yeah, man, just go fucking pirate it. We don't give a shit. And I think that part of the story was that they actually tweeted out a torrent link.
Oh, Jesus.
Because they were like, we're cool. And I believe this is they are based in Russia.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I think Yeah, it says Russian independent studio, which does not support Russia's invasion of Ukraine, encouraged its followers to help raise the pirate flag in a March 27th post on its official VK account. And they also shared a torrent link. You might remember that Loop Hero is published by Devolver Digital.
Yep.
So they asked Devolver Digital. Devolver Digital was like, fuck yeah, man, do whatever. Like, we stand behind those guys. We're like trying to get them paid. And they're just like, don't worry about us. But like, we're trying to do everything we can. And we don't give a shit. Like, do whatever you feel like.
That's a good fight the establishment story.
Yeah.
And the Devolver being the one involved in that makes the most amount of sense.
Here's the quote. Devolver Digital fully supports 4 quarters as they navigate this incredibly difficult period. We've been communicating consistently with the team to help them wherever possible, and we're alerted of the statement ahead of time, which we back 100%. So
that makes sense. And it's not like they're saying everyone pirate this.
Yeah.
And honestly, the people people are going to see that and they're going to want to buy their game legitimately more.
Well, the other thing is that I think Loop Hero came out last year and it was kind of a little indie darling, right? Like everybody was playing it. So
it was very popular.
They probably made enough money that they're like, we don't really have to worry about this for like 8 or 9 months. So we're not going to make a fucking thing out of it.
Like I said, the gamers are they're going to go all behind them based just on this. And because they don't forget. They're like elephants.
Yeah. Plus, they're also making like expansion content for Loop Hero, which I'm sure they'll put on the store to sell eventually anyway.
I'm sure it'll come up.
So, let's see. In other war news, apparently War Thunder, the game where you get to fly the planes and tanks and stuff, has fully disabled all of the chat functions. Voice chat, text chat, anything but like the go-to point, like the automated stuff.
Oh my God.
And the reason, well, here you go. We've temporarily closed our in-game chat to make sure that it is not used for political discussions that might offend other players. Ooh. We've also stayed out of politics, and we feel that it's important that people from all over the world can have fun together in a safe space.
It's a weird thing to say in your war game.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a disconnect there.
Keep your politics out of my war against the Russians.
Apparently, though, there was a lot of like that particular game. I mean, it's kind of a niche game, right? But apparently there was a lot of like people in voice chat like screaming at each other about the validity of the Russian-Ukrainian war.
I'm not surprised.
And they were just like, okay, all right, fucking just shut it down. Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah.
It still is a little weird, though.
It's super weird
for a game where you're flying and shooting torpedoes at tanks and shit like that. So
I get it, but at the same time, it's very strange.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. It's all kind of controversy this week. This is a light controversy, though. Apparently, EA is having their Season 2 Apex Legends, like, tournament finals.
Yeah.
And apparently, when they were setting up, they were only going to pay for the travel arrangements, travel and lodging for the top 5 teams in North America and Europe, and then like the top 2 teams in South America and Africa or something like that.
Okay.
Apparently, the community was like, "That's some bullshit."
It is kind of annoying.
And so, I didn't even see, like, this article doesn't even have a link to, like, here's a bunch of people on Twitter that were mad, but apparently EA was just like, okay, fine. Everybody gets their fucking flights and the shit paid for, all right? Just fucking all the teams get all their shit paid for.
We're not paying for your food, though.
The end. Yeah. Which,
you buy your own shit.
I think that's a good move.
It's a nice move. Well, the thing is, if you want to keep esports alive, you got to get more people to be able to get to where you are.
Yeah.
If you're like, you want to be taken seriously, you can't just be like, yeah, you guys got to figure out how to get here.
Well, it's also Apex Legends.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I feel like there are probably other avenues for bigger games. I mean, I know that Apex isn't small or anything, but like, you just probably be like, yeah, we're having Fortnite tournament in Toledo. You fucking figure it out. You get over here. You fucking figure it out. Like, we're not doing that. But
well, the thing is, all these companies really want esports to be a thing.
That's true.
And it's so difficult. And if people can't get to you, then your esports are dead on arrival.
Yep. If you only had, 7 total teams for your tournament?
Like, look at this tournament. That'll last, like, maybe 3 hours, probably.
You can't even fill up one side of the big thing with 7. You need, 14 and 14. And
it'll be best 2 out of 3 for 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the only thing you could do.
Exactly. Let's see. In other online first-person PPU news, I don't know if you saw this, but recently there was a streamer and casual semi-pro player called Kenji.
Of course, his name is Kenji.
Which
might as well just been Genji.
Was doing Call of Duty Vanguard tournaments. Was accused of cheating and said, "I'm not cheating. Look, I'll set up a webcam and you can look while I'm playing the game and make sure I'm not cheating." And then you can totally fucking see wall hack boxes on his screen that shows where he's wall hacking.
Oh my God.
With the camera that he set up. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck. Why did you do this? Like, this is, if you were going to do it, why didn't you not cheat while you had the camera turned on?
Because he thought the camera wasn't fucking pointed at it, but it definitely 100%. This is why you look at where it's pointed at, you dumb motherfucker.
Right. Yeah. So, like, it's
that
just...
part at the end is probably when somebody's like, dude, we can see you fucking hacking.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Also, in this setup, I don't know if you noticed this, Michael, but, like, what the fuck is with this door? He's got this, like, his desk right next to a door.
I think it has to be his bedroom, because it's probably one of those giant
sliding doors,
closet doors.
But why does it have the, like, livery of, like, a front door for somebody's house or something?
I've seen stuff like that, to be honest,
right.
but it still looks like a giant fuck off closet door, though.
Very weird.
But I think it's because it's the angle.
But yeah, you could totally just fucking see the
it's just right there.
The wall hacks. Like, I mean,
like in plain fucking view.
Like, if you were gonna try to prove it and you were gonna do this while you were streaming, right? Turn off your cheats. Test it ahead of time.
That picture is perfect, by the way. Oh, DJ Khaled just being like, "Congratulations, you played yourself."
This is a Kotaku article that I picked because it had my favorite, because it had DJ Khaled as the thumbnail, like in front of like Call of Duty Vanguard background, and in the comments, the first comment was like, "Why is DJ Khaled in the?" It's just somebody who doesn't know the meme. And it's like, why is DJ Khaled in the fucking like banner for this story?
It's because the guy doesn't go down on women either. That's what it is.
That's right.
Yeah. He's like Batman.
Anyway, this guy he immediately just deleted everything, which is good.
Which is
Twitter, Twitch channel, everything.
A good move, because people are just going to be making fun of him forever.
Yep. He was part of the Grand Canyon University team. So,
God, they must have kicked his ass out immediately.
In addition to that, we found out from the whatever league does this stuff, all the GCU players have been disqualified from the 2022 season.
It's probably because some of them knew too.
Well, yeah, they were all on a team. So 2023, they will be able to come back. And the Academy, the GCU Academy team will be permitted to continue competing. And their league will not be, their record will not be affected, though TNK Tanaka will not be permitted to continue competing with them.
That might have been his other name on there or something.
Yeah. Anyway, it's just kind of I also watched. I don't remember where I saw this. It reminded me of this thing where it was like, I think it was like a YouTube video that was like a documentary about like, did you know that there's like a third-party hack software that was made to interface with Guitar Hero controllers?
Yeah, no, I do know about that.
And there was like this one guy, like the fucking people that play what that is with the custom songs and like the notepads and stuff is nuts. It's fucking nuts.
It's scary.
And there's this one guy that was like the king of all of them, and then eventually because it was like a speed running thing, and then eventually the speed running community started looking at it and they're like, this isn't right. What you're like, your fingers don't match what's happening if you like really look at it, and it doesn't work. And it's kind of one of those similar things where he left some artifacts in that showed that there were edits in the video. But this is just stupid.
Well, that's what the King of Kong was accused of.
Yeah.
He was accused of, because he was like, yeah, I beat all these records. It's like, well, do you have the original VHSs? I don't know where they went, kind of thing. And people see his old recordings, and there's a lot of just like kind of cuts here and there that you could, if you're really paying attention, that you're clearly fucking with us.
I don't really understand cheating in video games, because it's like, well, you're either good or you're lying to yourself. Like, if you're just cheating, how do you fucking sleep at night? Like,
that's just, there's some weird ass people out there.
You cheated. Like, you didn't do it. You fucking cheated. Like,
it's the same thing. The thought process we had the other. Like, how? Like, why? Like, I get doing it in a single player game so you can get past some stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't understand doing it in a multiplayer game that you're competitively fucking doing.
Right.
Because at that point, you're fucking over everyone, not just yourself.
I would do it, but I mean, I would maybe cheat in a multiplayer game, but I would like never hide it. I'd just be like, here I am, cheating my butt off, and I would never enter like a tournament or anything. Like, goddamn, you know.
It's the funny thing about like steroids and stuff, because that affects a person's body. Where this is just like, I just put a program on my system, and it only affects other people.
Holy shit, we have to go faster. Fortnite is sued again for
Jesus
dances.
Christ.
For dances.
Is Carlton suing them again?
Nope. This is actually slightly different. This is a YouTuber named Kyle Hanagami who did a dance to this for Charlie Puth's How Long. Let me see if I can show you the video for it. The dance appears to be exactly the same as this Fortnite dance called It's Complicated. The difference between this and the Floss Kid and Carlton Shoe was my God, I'm talking about Futurama earlier.
We were,
is that this guy copyrighted his dance.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, so there's a good chance that Epic is going to have to fucking pay some goddamn money, because like, this is exactly the same. Now
100%.
The Fortnite dance goes differently after this opening section, but like the first set of moves is 100% the same thing.
Fucking hell.
And the thing is that the YouTube video is very clear, very explicit, to the point where the lawyers made a comparison video where they literally just like slowed it down, and at a certain point they just start like superimposing one over the other to be like,
there it is.
It is the exact same goddamn thing. You could see
fucking hell
that it matches.
Because I remember the reason the Carlton one and the other one failed, because they didn't copyright it at all.
But yeah, this shit is 100% copyrighted. So I don't understand.
Jesus Christ.
I don't understand why, if you were Epic, why would you do this again? Like,
because they don't think anybody's noticing these things.
Yeah.
They just do them, and then they're like, what was the thing with the Among Us thing? You remember when they made their own Among Us thing? It was literally just the fucking map, and then they didn't say anything for like months until everyone kept calling them out on it.
It's really weird. But I think they're going to have to pay this motherfucker. Like,
they're going to have to pay him, or just outright stop using this fucking dance.
I wonder if they didn't know that he copyrighted it. I wonder if they
I guarantee you
just
they didn't
like,
know.
oh, let's just find a popular YouTuber and we'll just like fucking take that shit.
I guarantee you they didn't know. They probably saw this dance somewhere and they're like, oh, this is really popular. Because that's how a lot of their dances come to be.
Yeah.
Is it was made popular somewhere. Like, for instance, Donald Faison's Scrubs dance. I forgot where I don't even remember where it originally came from, but it was an exact duplicate of that. It was popular because I want to say Twitch started seeing it all of a sudden, and people started doing it.
Yeah, and
then people forgot it even came from that, or people forgot they even first saw it in Scrubs, because I think it is in something else prior to that, to be honest.
Yeah.
But like that's the same thing. They just keep seeing popular things, and then they use them in there.
The fucked up thing is, I feel like Epic has enough goddamn money. They could have just paid this guy.
They could have.
They could have just been like, "Hey, I'll give you $50K for this," and they've been like, "Yeah, man, sure." Like,
I think they're just so far up their own head.
Yeah,
or not their head, but you know what I mean. They're so far up their ass full of money that they stop paying attention to the little things.
They're all up in their ass about it. They don't know what
they're gold-plated asses.
Speaking of gold-plated asses, no. Speaking of YouTube, actually, Destiny 2 is suing a YouTube copyright striking troll.
Really?
So, okay. A bunch of Destiny 2 YouTube videos, some from high-profile content makers, some that were just music tracks or like cutscenes or whatever, got copyright struck last week, including a bunch from Bungie.
Oh, my God.
This happened because, we've seen this happen before, somebody else on YouTube claimed to be the copyright holder of Destiny 2's art and assets.
Jesus Christ.
And then, like, did that. So, and because Bungie is apparently very chill, very relaxed. They don't, like, they try to make sure that they don't auto-strike stuff.
Yeah, because it's good. It's free publicity for their stuff.
Fuck yeah. Everybody should do that. Fuck you.
Nintendo.
What was the last one? Oh, it was the WWE.
Yeah.
Every time it flipped over to live action, it was just like YouTube was like, that's a TV show. You can't put a TV show. And I'm like, I didn't do it, man.
Yeah,
like,
they're really bad about
I didn't do
shit.
shit. The animated intro to WWE 2K was copyright struck by. I had to re-upload. I had to mosaic it out and re-upload the whole fucking thing.
I remember that, yeah. You even put a message that was like, this is not on me.
Yeah, I didn't want to. So, we know this because the person that did these strikes sent a manifesto to the people that got struck saying, like, this is to show how fucked up YouTube's processes are for copyright, and I'm fighting their bad copyright policies. So, let's see. Here we go. Thanks to YouTube's easily gamed reporting system, the attack was a success, and the videos were removed, and YouTubers given copyright strikes that under YouTube rules threaten the future viabilities of their channels. Oh, no, wait. That's from the Bungie lawyers.
Bungie lawyers themselves,
but anyway, so fucking Robin Hood Zorro over here decided I'm going to show how bad YouTube is. Well, Bungie is now just going to take them to court because, like, you don't own you put a copyright strike on a thing whose copyright you don't own.
Yeah.
And like you might have been doing it to like demonstrate the vulnerabilities in YouTube's system, but like you also signed the thing that says I swear that I own this content, which because I know the way that this shit works, which means that guess what? The next step when you dispute a copyright dispute is it starts the process of being like, and now we're going to court. And the other person can release the copyright strike, but Destiny isn't a fucking YouTuber like me, or Bungie isn't a YouTuber like me.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we are going to court. I'm going to take your money away from you because fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm making an example out of you so that other people don't do this shit. And I think I think it's a good result.
I think it's a good idea. I get why a person would do something like that, but they also didn't think about what happens 5 minutes after it's done.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That was a bad idea.
Speaking of bad ideas, last week we had some Avengers bad ideas.
Oh, hooray.
On the PlayStation 5, there was a crashing issue that was happening on Avengers.
I never got to see it because I wasn't playing the game at the point.
Yeah. Apparently, they put out a thing where it's like, we do have a fix. You probably don't want to do it. That fix is to reset your campaign progress fully.
Sounds about right.
In order to be able to play the game. Now, let's just be real clear here. They updated the game later on that day and managed to fix this problem. But like for a hot minute there, it was like, oh, do you want to play this game that we're just like really struggling to keep people interested in? Well, it's broken right now, but you can totally start the game over, reset all your progress, and play it that way. It's like, this is terrible.
It's a terrible fucking thing.
If that was the fix, Michael, it would have been better if they took the servers offline.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
If they just said like, sorry, we'll have this fixed before the end of the day. We apologize.
Play offline for now, I guess.
Everybody gets 10,000 Marvel bucks. The end.
The whole thing is fucked, guys.
Like the idea of even surfacing the idea that you would start over the Avengers is a stupid thing.
Here's the thing about Avengers. There's still no new roadmap. They're like, well, we'll put one out early 2022. It's April now, guys.
Michael, Babylon's Fall needs fixing, okay? Avengers is doing fine. You got your Spider-Man. You got your
That's
Wakanda.
true. I did.
We got to make Babylon's Fall profitable.
It's got to work. It's going to work, Jeff.
What the fuck are you doing, Square? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
They're so fucked. That's so ridiculous.
They need to get bought. They need to get bought by somebody that just like fires everybody in charge at Square Enix.
They should.
Just like, stop. For the love of God, stop.
Make more Gex, guys.
Yeah.
You own Crystal Dynamics.
Let's see. Twitch had an interesting thing that happened to them this week. So a few years back, Twitch had a thing where you could basically ask people you could cash in kind of some of the bits that were tipped to your channel as cachet to boost your stream's relevance in the Twitch ecosystem. Last year, Twitch introduced a controversial new change to that system where you can spend real-world money in order to raise the general ranking of your stream. And last week, or apparently recently, people have been doing that, but then just streaming porno. So they basically are just paying enough to get a channel featured on the front page of Twitch that is just fucking streaming porno onto the front page of Twitch.
It's kind of amazing. Were they using the artifact tag again?
No, I don't think so. Yeah. So there you go. Just porn. Twitch has since announced that they have this experiment is over. We have stopped.
It's usually how that happens, yeah.
And we're going to look into it to make sure that everybody has a good time. I don't know. Just watching porn on the front page of Twitch sounds like a pretty good time to me.
It sounds like a fun time. It's not gonna lie.
Fucking Twitch, man. Twitch is like the last Wild West of the internet, where it's just like fucking girls are licking microphones in hot tubs. There's porno on Valve's new game. Like it's just Twitch is weird, man.
It's strange. Like and then.
Square Enix can't play the music to their own games during E3. Like
they got the copy. They could use their own copyrighted shit.
Yeah,
it was fucking amazing.
It's weird. It's weird.
Every now and then, Twitch comes out with something that's fucking absolutely stupid.
It's just very strange. Let's see. Speaking of strange, it's time for a real quick. I got a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ready?
Right.
It's Jeff's 1, 2, 3 NFT news.
Oh jeez.
There is a game called Axie Infinity that you might have heard about. That is a game. It is like the premier. It's like the most well-known play this game to earn cryptocurrency game. It's like a card collecting auto battler kind of Pokemon meets like a card game thing. Yeah. Last week, the company, the Ronin Network, announced that they had roughly $600 million worth of cryptocurrency stolen out of their system.
Oh my god.
Yep. So apparently earlier, they had their fucking. My God. How is anybody supposed to understand this sentence? Earlier today, we discovered that on March 23rd, Sky Mavis's Ronin validator nodes and Axie DAO validator nodes were compromised, resulting in 173,600 Ethereum and 25.5 million USDC drained from the Ronin bridge in 2 transactions. Their crypto system gave like a whitelist to a DAO, which is a thing that controls crypto, controls the buying and selling of crypto. It's like a middleman, basically.
No.
Apparently, they stopped using that DAO, but they never deleted the whitelist from their blockchain.
Oh, God.
So somebody got a hold of the whitelist and then just like went in there and took it. Guess what, Michael? Cryptocurrency is unregulated. Who do you go to get back your cryptocurrency?
And how do you find it?
Nobody.
You can't.
Well, technically speaking, all transactions should have a record on the blockchain, so you should be able to find it. The problem is...
Who do you tell?
Well, the problem is, like, show me the law that says it's illegal to take fake money from this person. There isn't a law that says it's against the law to steal money from people.
That's so much money, guys.
But it's not like against the law to steal fake money from people.
How much was it again?
$600 million.
That's more than $500 million, guys.
Worth of crypto. But it's crypto.
Yes, it's still crypto.
So you still have to convince somebody to fucking buy it, or else it means nothing.
But he still has it.
It's just fucking smoke otherwise.
That's true.
Like, it's just a number. It's like if I handed you a piece of paper that says this is worth $1 billion, and it would totally be worth $1 billion if you could find somebody to give you $1 billion for the piece of paper.
Just going to find somebody to sleep with my wife.
That's right. Is that a fucking... No, I don't want that.
References.
Second up on our list, there's an auto battler on Steam called Storybook Brawl. Last week, it was purchased by a cryptocurrency exchange called FTX US that announced that it had acquired it and said that they were going to integrate blockchain technology to create ethical fun for new players. You'll never guess what happened next.
What happened?
Review bombed to infinity and beyond.
That sounds about right.
On Steam. Yeah.
So was it just not NFT related beforehand?
No, it was just a card it was like an auto battler.
Oh, okay.
It was like one of those games where you just, like cash stuff in. Yeah. Even somebody else left I love the fact that, like, apparently somebody who was an evangelist for crypto went to their Discord and logged in to try to be like, hey guys, they're not going to fuck anything up. They're just going to, like, add this new technology on there. Maybe you'll even make some money, off of this stuff in the future. And they got fucking like, get the fuck out of here, you fucking suck. And so they left a down vote in the review that reads, no one wants to buy NFTs in a community where they're called names for supporting the game and where NFTs are bashed. And then they also left a thumbs down on Steam. So
it's kind of amazing.
Yeah. Internet, of all your fucking stupid horse shit, I would like to congratulate you for your unyielding bad opinion of crypto, because it hasn't gone away.
And remember, everyone, it's your ethical duty to bully NFT people.
Yep. As is evident by our third story. So one of the, let's say, Leonard Lopez Perez, a.k.a. MK Leo, which is maybe one of the best Smash players in the world, got their Twitter hacked by a bunch of crypto assholes who immediately changed their profile to some NFT horrible art.
Jesus.
And started posting like, hey guys, this is the next new thing. Go over here and check this out. Links to a project that looked like an NFT rug pull, but was actually just a full-on scam to take people's money.
That's amazing.
It was a pretend crypto that you didn't even buy the crypto. It just stole your money. It was just a fake version of a crypto scam, except it just stole your money out from your credit card.
That's an interesting move, guys.
Yep. Don't ever buy anything from a crypto. Don't ever buy crypto.
Just don't do it,
Don't
guys.
fucking do it. If you have a wallet, throw it in the river.
It's such an easy thing to scam people with right now.
Yep.
Like, so like it could actually be true, and I still wouldn't trust it.
What is this? All 5 of Dairy Queen's burgers have the same problem. Really up in the bar on your investigative journalism, huh, Kotaku?
Good luck with that, guys.
Dairy Queen burgers.
The fuck?
Who's like, man, I need a burger. I'm going to Dairy Queen.
I'll go to Dairy Queen for my burgers. It's not in a long time.
Oh my God, we're so far behind. E3 is canceled. E3 2022 is canceled.
Oh no!
Canceled.
Who could have seen such a thing happening?
Yep.
Jeff Keighley is clearly not mad or anything at all about this.
Over the last 3 years, there has been one E3. Well, okay, the difference, right, is that oh my God, look at all these links that I still have to open.
So we're not even close to done, guys.
No, it's fine. We're gonna start cutting. Cut me, Mick. So the main thing is that E3 2022, the digital version, is also canceled.
Everything's canceled.
There's
E3 is just done.
Yeah. They were, last year, 2020 took it by surprise, which is actually not a bad thing because like E3's in July and it was like March when we locked down. So,
give them a little time.
Right. Like I get it. They thought the fucking world was ending. They're like, just fucking no.
Let's just know. Yeah.
Last year, I thought they did a pretty good job with digital E3.
They did a decent job.
It wasn't the best, but it wasn't.
But there
the worst
wasn't
either.
a lot of things on E3 that year, anyways.
A lot of it, though, I guess, is the fact that EA canceled their showcase.
Well, Sony's there.
Already gone.
EA wasn't there. Nintendo wasn't doing anything.
Yep.
It was mostly just Microsoft, Devolver.
Yep.
And the PC
gaming show.
gaming
Actually, were there like 4 PC gaming shows? There's the PC gaming show, the Troy Baker show. There was the gentle show or whatever, like the easygoing gentle show, and Bethesda, I guess.
Yeah, they were there too. Yeah, but they were part of Microsoft's thing.
Oh, that's true. They were part of Microsoft.
They were bought out at that point.
Yep. Yeah. Ubi? Was
were they there?
There was a Ubi. Is that where they showed the Prince of Persia?
It was when they showed the Prince of
Fucking, I knew it. It was
that whole thing is a clusterfuck.
Anyway, E3 has become increasingly irrelevant, and it sucks because I really wish they would keep E3 going so that I could maybe go another time in my life because it's a trip to go. But, with the advent of the number of different streaming things, why the fuck would you ever go? Why not just make your own thing?
Yeah, there's also a lot of cooler conventions nowadays.
Yep.
With more stuff going on at them.
What was the thing? Amanda told me that when they announced that Devolver tweeted you can just have your own E3 at home whenever you want to, right?
I think it was something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we don't have time for that. But as you said, Jeff Keighley is geared up for Summer Game Fest.
God bless Jeff Keighley.
That's still happening.
God bless him.
June 2022, still having Summer Game Fest. Here's the thing. I feel like we've hit the point, Michael. It's always E3, right?
Oh, no, it always is.
What was it, 3 weeks ago? Then we had that Hogwarts PS Now thing, and that was the same week that we had a Monster Hunter Direct, and there was a bunch of different things that happened all in the same week.
E3, GDC just happened.
Yeah.
E3 used to be the only game in town.
Yep.
Oh, that wasn't a pun, but that was because it made sense back then. It wasn't even the way it is now. It was a literal conference of business people going business.
Yeah.
Look at we're going to come out with this game. Business.
It wasn't
this game. Business.
It wasn't a fucking car show. It was an investors meeting.
Yeah, there was you can find the original stuff when I think the 64 or something was coming out.
Yep.
And it's such a business fucking meeting.
They have the graphs.
Yeah, they have a bunch of graphs,
figures, and
even the people
earnings.
in the room are just a bunch of dudes in suits, just kind of thing. No one's reacting to anything.
And then they would show some trailers for the things to get people excited about what was coming up.
It was all investor stuff. It's hey, look at what we're doing. You keep giving us money. That's what it was for.
Yep. It wasn't a fucking party. It wasn't a video game party.
No, it wasn't.
But now we have a video game party all the time.
Yeah. Every 20 minutes. You can have one at your home, like you said.
Have one right now. Hell, look at the number of trailers. I got a video game party right now. That party will not, though, involve Breath of the Wild 2, which has been delayed. This is our first. I have some consolation prizes for everybody. Don't worry. Breath of the Wild 2 has been delayed to spring of 2023. I could not be unhappy at all.
No.
Anytime ever since we went through Cyberpunk, anytime you need to delay, you fucking delay, baby. I want you to delay and not put out a broken piece of shit.
Also, here's the thing. No Zelda game has ever come out in the past 6 titles on the day that says it was supposed to originally.
Oh, that's true.
Not a single one of them.
Yep. I mean, fuck, dude. We got Starfield. I could just play Elden Ring another time.
I'm still trying to get through it.
Holy shit.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to play any games this year if I keep trying to get through it.
All right. Well, let's get to the trailers, and we're going to go through them really quick. Well, sort of. We're going to go through them kind of quick. One Piece. There's a new One Piece JRPG.
Gotta get that One Piece, Jeff.
Not a lot of actual gameplay here, just mostly a big cinematic full of 3D One Pieces. The dude that made the One Piece, he's making Ichiro Oda. He's doing the original stuff for it. Luffy and the pirates, they're on an island. The island's full of stuff. This is Bandai Namco. This is the same company that made the Pokemon, that did the Pokemon, the DS game.
Oh, okay.
Pearl and Shining Pearl and Shining Diamond. Cheryl.
One Piece fans are so fucking spoiled.
Yep.
They get the most variety in games out of all anime.
Yep.
At least, especially currently.
Hey, fuck you. You got your fucking Dragon Ball RPG and fighting game.
But that was after like having to deal with a billion arena fighters.
I can't get a single decent fucking My Hero Academia game. Just one arena fighter.
Two arena fighters.
It was just the same game. With
it was.
Fresh coat of paint.
It was.
That Attack on Titan game was okay. The fucking so many good games out there.
But One Piece makes tons of money, Jeff.
Yep.
And it's still very much on.
Yep. Yeah, looks good. I mean, it's kind of weird to see everything in like full 3D as opposed to any kind of 2D. Like, but yeah, there's not a lot here as far as gameplay goes. But it looks good. Like, it looks nice.
Yeah, if you're a One Piece fan, I'm sure you guys will love this.
Yep.
It's got your big titty anime people.
So many big titty anime.
And I'm not talking about just the women.
Yep. Everybody's got huge tits in this game.
Including the crocodiles. Especially the crocodiles.
It looks good, though. Looks good. It's got a nice little jaunty soundtrack. I do like the idea, though, that between like this and Kakarot, that we're getting into an era where it's like animes are RPGs and not just arena fighters.
I'm cool
because
with that.
I'm fucking sick of arena fighters. So
yeah, I am too. I'm so sick of them, though.
So yeah, that's supposed to be coming out sometime later this year, like One Piece Odyssey 2022. So PS5, PS4, that's what we got at the moment. I'm sure we'll see more in the future.
Come out on Switch eventually or something.
Somebody did say, I think that it's a good thing, is that the company that made this, they are the ones that did that Pokemon game, like, are kind of untested. This isn't a company that we know that has done a billion other games.
Oh, okay.
So like, don't pre-order this. Like, just wait until it comes out and then buy it if it's good.
It's using the Unreal Engine, too.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's why everything looks good. Let's see. From there, we got a 5-minute Nintendo Switch overview trailer. The Switch Sports, which is coming out at the end of the month, or this next coming month. Here's the thing. Not a lot of new information here, except for... they went over some of the online stuff where you can play with other people online, and then apparently you can customize your. These are specific Miis for the sports game.
Oh, okay.
And you can use your Mii, just your straight up Mii,
okay.
Which is weird because it looks really weird considering how nice these characters look. That you can then just use your fucking weird stick figure monstrosity in this game. Actually, they kind of like Animal Crossing people.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, actually.
So, yeah. But
it's more detailed.
You can play online. It's kind of this similar information as when it was originally announced. Some like bowling, like they put like gaps where you have to like bowl around stuff. Or
hard mode for bowling.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, looks like it's going to be Wii Sports. I bet it's going to be good. I bet it's going to play real nice. Whether it's going to catch the eye of all the grandmas, I don't know.
That's true.
Because
the grandmas aren't as excited about Switches as they were the Wiis.
Yeah. Let's see. From there, we got the announcement of a new Hyperlight Drifter game called Hyperlight Breaker, being made by Heart Machine, that should be going into early access later this year, that takes place in the same universe as Hyperlight Drifter, but is like a co-op action game.
Ooh.
I don't know if you remember, Michael, but Heart Machine put out Solar Ash.
Yeah, I remember that.
Last year, and I don't think it did all that great. So I think going back to the Hyperlight universe that everybody seemed to like so much is a good move. This is going to be 3D. They've got a trailer that's mostly 2D, just kind of animated, but at the very end, they kind of show a little bit of like, spring 2023, sorry, a little bit of 3D that's coming out. So I don't know. Hopefully that'll be good.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Not the biggest fan in the world of Solar Ash, and I never finished Hyperlight Drifter. So
same, very much same.
Yep.
Also Gearbox.
Oh yeah, they're publishing.
It's hard to trust them nowadays.
Yeah, well, it's Randy Pitchford's busy making the Borderlands movie. He can't be bothered to fuck with your games.
He's too busy writing Kevin Hart.
Or what was that?
Or having Kevin Hart write him. I don't know.
What was that horrible thing that they put out that was like that weird Viking game?
Oh,
we played it too,
and we were so bored the whole time.
It was so terrible. Weird West got a launch trailer. Weird West rules. Everybody should play it. Weird West is cool. I'd said at the early part that I tried to play it, and then I was going to play it for 20 minutes, but it seems pretty cool.
And it's on Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass. Yep, PC and Xbox. Let's see. Fortnite has a new mode with no buildings.
I heard about this.
Yeah. Zero build mode. This could actually get me to try Fortnite again, because the biggest problem I had was I would start shooting a 13-year-old in the back of the head with my Rick Sanchez skin, and then they would turn around and build a house and shoot me through the window of the house. And it was like, my brain doesn't know what to do with that. Every time it happened, my brain was just like, what just happened? I don't understand. What was I supposed to do with the house that just got built?
I felt like Elmer Fudd in a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, there's Bugs Bunny. I'm just going to shoot him. And then he builds an entire fucking like cannon behind a door.
Yep.
And then I open the door and then I get fucking obliterated. I'm not saying that happens in Fortnite, but I'm saying Fortnite is the closest thing you can get to a Looney Tunes cartoon in a versus game.
Also, the thing about trying out a mode in Fortnite is because it's fucking free, you can just go do it. And
That's true.
It'd be like, oh, fuck this, and just uninstall it. You're done, dude, done. So, but yeah, no build. What a concept. Taking the last thing that made this have any relation to the original Fortnite out of Fortnite.
Yeah.
Just making it into an online Counter-Strike shooter.
Fucking PUBG.
Yeah, it's just cartoon PUBG. Yep.
But
yep.
Sure, I guess.
Speaking of Rick Sanchez, did you see this horrible, stupid shit for Rainbow Six Siege?
I did not. What did they do?
They put up plastic.
Oh my god!
Rick Sanchez head on one of the characters' dock and a plastic like Morty head. These aren't like skins like in Fortnite. It's just like it looks like they're wearing a rubber mask of Rick and Morty.
But they have like the clothes.
Yeah,
that you can use,
and then they have little like squanchy like little charms on their guns.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing I've seen since they put Attack on Titan in Call of Duty. What is going on? Has the video game industry lost its mind?
Fortnite really fucked everybody with the idea of crossovers.
At least the Rick Sanchez in Fortnite looked like Rick Sanchez.
Well, he was an actual cartoon, yeah.
Yeah, this is just like somebody wearing a Rick Sanchez Halloween mask.
Which is why it's so horrifying, because his body is so realistic.
Yeah.
And then there's this cartoony thing on the top.
Look at this still frame that I've got where Morty's arm is so muscle. It's like the episode where he gets that guy's giant arm that's killing everybody.
Because it's a grown-ass man.
Yeah, wearing a Morty.
It's like a Morty stunt double.
Yep. So, yeah.
This is horrifying.
That happened. What do you think is weirder? This or the fact that Bloodstained Ritual of the Night has a Child of Light mode now?
What?
Ubisoft's Child of Light is now put into Bloodstained Ritual of the Night as a full single-player playable campaign where the main character gets transported to the Bloodstained universe and has to fight through the Bloodstained campaign.
I don't have any words for that one.
It's really weird.
That's amazing.
It's really fucking weird. It's right
Jesus
there on the
Christ.
screen. Like,
I never got to really play that game all that much.
it doesn't make any goddamn sense whatsoever. The end.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Crossovers, guys.
Yeah. I don't get it. I mean, obviously, Ubisoft paid them, and then it took them quite a while to get to this point, right?
Still, though.
But
what the fuck?
I don't know. It's like it's like the Rick and Morty thing. Everybody hates Rick and Morty now. Like, why are you putting this out now? Who wants?
I don't think they hate it. It's just we hate it. Or we don't even hate it. The last season just wasn't that good.
Okay, I don't like Rick and Morty. Okay, all right. We have Rick and Morty. We got Child of Light. I got a third thing that's really weird.
Does it involve McDonald's?
No.
Okay, then I have no idea what it is.
It's a trailer for a game called Crime Site, which is an online kind of Among Us game where a bunch of people are playing with a social deduction game with an AI Moriarty and an AI Sherlock Holmes trying to figure out a murder.
Oh my god.
Published by Konami.
What the fuck? What?
That's a name I've not heard in a long time.
Is it a pachinko machine?
No, it's like a weird multiplayer online Among Us Who's the Murderer clue deduction game, but it's all cyberized and fucking weird and shit. And Moriarty looks like Dracula from Bloodstain or from Symphony of the Night or something.
Maybe
and like,
he is Dracula.
There's one part where like a dog jumps in and you can get like unleash gas, and I don't know what the fuck. Like
I don't. Yeah. Sure. I guess.
It looks like a Konami-ass Konami game. Actually, it looks a lot like Persona 5.
I honestly don't know what it looks like. It looks like a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah, there he is. That's your Moriarty. He looks totally like a Dracula. He's such a Dracula. He's got red eyes and a mustache. So
he has outfits more just basically fucking Dracula's outfit.
And then Sherlock Holmes is just like this blonde Twinkie dude. Like,
Jesus Christ,
what the hell
Couldn't
is
even
this?
give him a hat.
Michael, what is this? What am I looking at?
Konami trying something?
I've watched this trailer several times and I don't understand what I'm looking at.
I still don't know what I'm looking at. Every explanation for it in the trailer makes less sense as I looked at it.
No time. Unpacking has come to the PlayStation.
Ooh.
So we got an announced trailer for Unpacking. It's coming to PS5 and PS4. Unpacking is great. It's going to be out later this year, I believe. Let's see. It's coming soon, they say. Unpacking is cool. I don't know if I'd pay full price for it, and it was definitely better with a mouse and a keyboard than with a controller, but it was fun.
Well, you can plug in a mouse, I think, in the PlayStation, I think.
Hey, if you got room for it, yeah. The Stanley Parable, Ultra Deluxe, finally has a release date.
Oh, hell yeah.
A nice trailer. Employee number 427 is finally coming back, a.k.a. Stanley. Guess when this game is releasing?
Oh, God damn it. That's really
April 27th.
That's clever. I'll give you that, you clever dicks. That's pretty clever, actually.
Yep. Stanley Parable. Did you know this, Michael? Stanley Parable, I believe, came out in what was it, 2013?
Something like that. Yeah, it's a pretty old game at this point.
The enhanced edition was announced in 2018, but did you know that this is the first time a Stanley Parable will ever be on a console?
I did know that, actually.
In this year, 2022.
It was one of the reasons I didn't play it for a long time.
It's so fun. Amanda and I played it for a sequential. We played the sequential Stanley Parable.
It's a crazy fucking game.
I want to see the new stuff. But yeah, 427, it's coming out April 27th. We all should have known. Why didn't we all know? There's a new Lego game in the works called Lego Brick Tales. I don't know if did you get a chance to watch this trailer at all?
I did not.
Okay. This is being published by Thunderful, which is suddenly everywhere. Remember them?
Yeah, the Mark Hamill thing.
Mark Hamill conference. This will be made by the people that made
Stop Stealing Our Legos, Mark Hamill.
Bridge Constructor. And it's like you kind of walk around in these little dioramas and there's characters that have problems. And then you get the ability to kind of Kerbal Space Program build a little Lego contraption to try to solve your problems, and they'll work or they won't work, and you can take them apart, put them back together again, and do stuff. Which yeah, that's a good idea.
It's a great idea, actually.
Why have you not done that in previous Lego games?
It's probably a licensing thing and technology.
Probably tech, yeah, but yeah. So it looks really cute. It looks really, really cute. I like the way
that's really creative.
The way that Legos look when they have cell shading and stuff on them and RTX turned on, they look really nice. That other Lego game that came out was
pretty fun.
Cool.
I'm glad they're still making Lego games, because the Lego games, they don't half-ass a lot of them for some reason.
I like the ones that aren't based on movies.
Yeah, even then a lot of people love those.
Yep. 2022 Brick Tales. So we're going to set sometime this year. We got a release date for Warhammer 40K Darktide, which, if you don't remember,
I forgot about that game,
is the 40K version of Vermintide, where it's a 4-person co-op Left 4 Dead, Warhammer universe. It was supposed to be out, I believe, in March or April of this year. It's been pushed back to September.
Okay. So, I'm sure people are excited about that.
I'll play it. September 13th. I'll give it a shot. I mean, that doesn't mean anything because I'm a game slut.
That's true.
I made Michael play Crusader Kings 3 and Ikai this week. It's not like I have the best taste of all time. Mwah! I'm a gaming connoisseur, don't you know? I'll tell you what looks like absolute shit is Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt has a full, which has been in early access, remember, for a year.
And no one's talked about it.
Yep. Is exiting early access into full launch on April 27th. They came out with it's free to play, but they came out with a trailer for the PS5 version that literally just uses the stock footage of how the controller DualSense features work to one side of people playing the game. It's not bespoke. And then the audio It has the 3D audio too, and it's just like, guys, most companies don't feel the need to brag about these because we all just assume that the game has it. We don't need you to tell us that the game does the thing.
Well, my favorite thing is it is all the stock footage of those things. It's not even being like, this is exactly how it works with it.
Yep.
It's just like it's the stuff they used during the announcement.
They just timed the stock footage to like the game footage.
That's amazing.
Yep. I think this game is going to be fucking terrible. Battle Royale Vampire the Masquerade. All right, we're almost done. The Forest has been the sequel to The Forest. The Forest 2, Sons of the Forest, has been delayed until October.
It's probably a good move, to be honest.
Yep. They need a little bit more time. They also showed a little
thematical,
a little bit of gameplay, you know. And last but not least, before we get to some fun stuff real quick, Blue Box.
Oh my god, this is still a thing. I forgot about this entirely. Holy shit.
Blue Box Game Studios mysteriously deleted a bunch of their tweets regarding their future plan for the game Abandoned. Remember?
Yep.
This is the game that had one trailer for the PlayStation 5. People thought it was a secret Hideo Kojima game.
Pissed off everyone.
Yep. Then they had to come out and be like, it's not canceled. It's also not a Hideo Kojima game. We're just like recalibrating, guys. Like, I feel so bad. This is probably a team of like 8 people. And like, because somebody started a rumor that this is a Hideo Kojima game, like...
Well, the issue was the thing behind the name.
Yeah.
Because that's not even the name of the game. Abandoned was, they were like, well, we're making a game that wasn't finished or whatever was their pitch to the internet.
Yeah.
And so the internet was like, well, Silent Hill wasn't a finished game. And you guys, they found all this random shit that they said tied them to Hideo Kojima.
Nope.
That turned out to be every possible coincidence in the universe.
Yep.
Which I thought was amazing. Because that was the reason even I was like, could it be?
I mean,
because you remember we had that whole fucking like list of shit.
Yep.
That was like, I was like, this is the world's greatest set of fucking like coincidences.
The problem is that you can twist anything on Twitter eventually to line up into a place where you're like, that's a face.
And the other thing was they were like, well, we're going to have an app that you can download that has the or some shit like that. Some fucking insane shit.
Some bullshit.
That never came to fruition.
Yep.
That I completely forgot even happened.
Yep.
Until you brought this up.
Yep. So it's still happening.
Jesus Christ.
We'll see what happens next.
Those poor guys, yeah.
And last but not least, I got a few fun From Software things because this is the podcast that I do.
Yeah.
Last year, Michael, the team that was making the Bloodborne PS1 demake put out a fake image for Bloodborne carts.
Jesus.
And like a lot of, by the way, we're recording this on April 1st, but there's nothing good. If there's anything good, I'll talk about it next week. But this team has now announced that Bloodborne PSX is out, that they're actually going to make a Bloodborne kart racing game.
Oh my god. And they used the fucking Akira thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And it looks fucking glorious. And
good for you guys.
Yep. I like the fact that these guys are just like, yeah, man, whatever. We're just going to do whatever the fuck we want.
I'm also glad that FromSoft is just like, yeah, do whatever.
Yeah.
We don't fucking care. They should just buy this shit and release it.
Well, they should just pay them. They should just pay that team to incorporate into a full
Well, that's what
team.
I'm saying. They should just buy this from them and release these like, just on a console.
And last but not least, Michael, did you see the fake Elden Ring fighting game?
I heard about it. I was going to watch it, but I was real busy during work.
My god. So this is somebody online did a mod where they took Tekken and they just ripped a bunch of the assets out of Elden Ring and turned the various Elden Ring characters into basically just overskinned them onto the Tekken characters.
This is really well made.
And it looks really good. They put the Elden Ring music, you can't hear because we're recording, in the background. They had the kind of a few of the player presets. They had the
fucking lobster
Ronnie. They had one of the lobster. That's Heihachi's moveset, the lobster guy. They had Radon and Melania and all those people. And yeah, it works pretty good. The one that was good was one of the characters has a tiger that jumps out, and so they put that person as Ronnie the Witch, and you'll see here in a second that the tiger is Torrent.
Oh my god,
coming out. They have Alexander, the big jar guy. it works pretty well. Like, it's definitely a base where it's like, oh, you could take this and clean it up for a month and it would probably be fine.
Oh, very easily. Cause it looks so good.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it looks really good. I mean, you have to put some more arms on Ronnie, but
it works though.
Yeah, there's Torrent at the end. So yeah. The funniest part about this was one of the executive, the Tekken producer, the producer on Tekken, Katsuhiro Harada.
Yeah, that sounds like Harada.
Went on Twitter and was like, "This is really good, and I'm mad because people keep asking me if it's real. It's not real. Like, it's not a thing. We're not doing it."
Here's the thing, Harada, you should do it. Ask From Software, they'll say yes.
What do you think, Michael? Would you rather have Elden Ring fighting game or Bloodborne kart racer?
That's a tough call. That's a really tough call.
That's the Sophie's choice of From Software.
I love the fighting game idea, but there's so much bullshit that can happen in those.
Yep.
But the kart racer sounds like you could do so many fun things with that.
That's true.
Imagine the stages for a Bloodborne kart.
There's so many good stages for Bloodborne.
It'd be fucking gorgeous.
There's like the forest with all the snake balls, you know?
Yeah, you can have the way Mario Kart has those the piranha plant things. It could be the giant Cthulhu things like reaching at it. It'd be really fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds really. It would be the kart one. The kart one because it would be really fucking cool.
All right. And that is it, Michael. We finished with enough time for you to go watch Morbius.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You know that you can tell people no when they ask you to do stuff.
I can. But I agreed to review it for one of us, and Nate already bought my ticket, and so both of those things combined. Also, I'm supposed to watch Sonic tomorrow.
If you hand me your phone, I will take a picture of you with both of your middle fingers up, and you could just group send it to the entire. No,
I'm good. Let's not do that.
Anywho, tell the fine people to make the whole pitch to them if they don't know already.
You can find me on oneofus.net. We do a lot of movies and television reviews. As you've heard, I'm going to be reviewing Morbius and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 eventually, so look out for those whenever those come out.
Yep. And you already know what Rage Select is because you're here. If you're at hour 2 minute 20 of this podcast, I don't have to explain to you. I don't have to explain myself.
No.
I don't have to explain myself. You know where you are. You know what's going on. Go to patreon.com/RageSelect. Give me some money. Come on. It takes a lot of work to do this. You heard the number of stories. I read all those fucking stories.
We did.
I had stayed up way too late and read the news stories about video games, and I deserve money for that. Or something. I don't know.
Maybe Morbius.
Not going to watch Morbius.